Just Just ask them how I did it. I got out the limo, grabbed her hand, went upstairs and fucked her.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing? Now, if you wanna go renegade, bitch.
I don't think that my money went the wrong way.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Go! To last with the change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grieving. Put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Yeah. I'm built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the gas, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grieving. Put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing, yeah.
I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami right now. I've been after your file. I'm on the Ocean Drive. I'm in Miami. In Miami right now. I've been after your file right now. On Ocean Drive right now. That's on my mama. I'm in Miami. I go to the window, so I'm going to Cali. I said I'm too official. I'm out with them niggas. I said, man, the rapper on the city, that nigga, he wicked. We pull out with them guns, you know me in the real. Well, mama pays, I ain't having ever since that I was real. Now I can't look like an egg and I will never squeal. Whenever ever on my mouth, cause I swear I'm too real. Yeah, I'm in the East Coast, I'm living life for real. Why the fuck you can hate it? I'll ride you to chill. You gon' really fish with y'all, and I'ma pull up with the steel. I'ma pull up with the drink, go and get your ass killed. Man, stop camming, cause I'm fucking wicked. I pull up to your city, tell me your location, bitch. You know we fuck that shit. My youngest know you killin', I wanna grind, got money on my mind, put money on my wrist, so I can spend the time. You know I'm rapping the job and I'm trying to eat. All around the world I'm doing shows, I really come to eat. They trying to play on me, I swear I'm doing my shit. One more time I was post and I ain't have shit. Every day I'm just riding by the same outfit. I done came up, I'm switching cars, now I'm switching shit. These niggas mad at me, ain't wanna call me. I'm in Miami right now, I'm off of South Beach. I'm living large, I'm living life. They know me, wanna take my life. Yeah, it's on my mama. I'm in Miami. I'm out there doing this video shooting, going to Cali. I'm on my mama, I'm on my mama, and I'm in Miami right now. I'm in the 305, yeah, I'm on Ocean Drive. Pull up with a red car, my life is on now. They wanna play with me, they wanna clone me. I'm bad bitch, Latino, she wanna sleep with me. I'm in the 305 right now. I'm in Miami right now. On Ocean Drive right now. I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami. I'm in the 305. 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 I'm in Miami right now. Yeah, I'm on Ocean Drive. I'm in Miami right now. Yeah, I'm on Ocean Drive. Yeah, and the front car. That's don't look at me. I'm the niggas in the game. You can't beat me. Cause I'm that nigga from the bottom. No, I will never change. Time is on my hoodie. Nigga, time is on my chain. I'm in this song. No, that's right. Ain't no game. Yeah. In Miami right now. And the 305. Yeah.
Late night crew. Hey, that nigga killed. When I tell you that nigga killed that shit. No, stop. It's hurt. It hurts. Stop. Oh, hold on. Jesus, you too close for you not to hear me. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. Nigga, got my shit acting fucking funny, nigga. I don't even fucking care, nigga. This is too funny for me. Oh, my Lord, nigga. This nigga, when I tell you this nigga was dead ass serious, nigga, I was over here in tears, nigga. I never sat my intro and laughed so hard during my intro, nigga.
I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami right now. I'm in that 305. I'm on Ocean Drive.
I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami right now. I'm in that 305. I'm in that 305. Man. To be touched, enriched, all at the same time. Hold on, nigga. One time for the culture, nigga.
I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami right now. I'm in that 305. I'm on Ocean Drive. I'm in Miami. In Miami right now. I'm in that 305 right now. On Ocean Drive right now. That's on my mama. I'm in Miami. I go to the window, so I'm going to Cali. I swear I'm too official. I'm out with them niggas. I swear the rapper on the city, that nigga, he rigging. We pull out with them guns. You know me in the real. Well, mama pays, I ain't having ever since that I was real. Yeah, I came up like an 8-pack and I was never squill. Whenever ever on my mouth, cause I swear I'm too real. I'm too real. I'm too real.
The sad part is that fucking beat go crazy, nigga. That beat go crazy, nigga. Cause you try to say the beat don't go crazy, now you just hating. I mean, this nigga ruined this beat, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm in Utah right now. I'm in Oklahoma right now. Hey, Oklahoma right now. Hey. I'm in that 405. I'm in Oklahoma right now. Hey, Oklahoma right now. Hey. Nigga, how did you get your hands on that beat? Cause that motherfucker go crazy, bro. How did you get your hands on? Who is this little nigga, bro? How did he get his hands on that beat, nigga? I'm in the 405. I'm in the 405. Okay. You got through the bad shit. So I'm gonna reward you. I'm about to show y'all one of the coldest fucking things I've seen in a long time. I promise. It is the opposite of Hustle Man, the rapper. Shout out to Hustle Man, the rapper. You need to come on the show, bro. Shout out to Hustle Man, the rapper. Y'all earned it.
Tactical nuke ready. China key.
Got you.
Tactical nuke incoming!
USA.
You win. Perfect.
Them niggas killed that shit, nigga. Them niggas killed that shit. For them to make the cursor sounds, the quarter sounds, they was playing the demo, did the quarter, did motherfucking character select music with the cursor sounds. Them motherfuckers, I saw that shit. I said, them niggas cold. That's why they was holding that screen. So if y'all didn't really pay attention, everything on the screen was syncing up with what they were actually, the noises they were making. That's the quarter sound. They just did the sound, so now you eligible to even play. Then you hit the start button. So that, boom, that's them moving the fucking cursor. That's, man, them niggas is cold, bro. Them niggas is cold, bro. Them niggas are cold.
USA.
man, I'm mad they killing Giles' music like this. Bro, I want to know how long it took them to learn this. Just when you break it all the way down, it's definitely most incredible, one of the most incredible things I've ever seen music wise.
USA.
Round one.
You're fire.
They hit the crate breaking, bro. The niggas hit the crate breaking.
You win. Perfect.
Y'all ain't shit. And now I'm gonna be racist because I'm gonna expect every group of 5 Korean people to be able to do this. It's y'all fault. So I better not ever see 5 Koreans together because I'm gonna tell y'all to do Street Fighter 2. Chad, shut your goofy ass up. You can't do this shit. I might need practice. Shut the fuck. Niggas today, bro. Hey man, say what's up to your boy. These motherfuckers over here tripping. The arrogance of this nigga. Yeah, I just need to practice a couple times. And then fuck you, Boston. You gonna sit here and just let this nigga say this goofy ass shit. You know that was some bullshit. Anita, Chadrick, Rhonda, Boston, what up, champ? Jerry, Regina, Kendra, what up, though? Lennox, Scott, Johnson, Carefree. Big, we out here. We back outside, bitch, back outside. I'm in Miami, I'm in Miami right now, Like, he be singing, like, I promise, the way he be singing, I be like, damn, I gotta wait like another 20 minutes before I can go live. So whenever my voice is sounding like Hustle Man, the rapper, I gotta wait like another 20 minutes. Maybe get some hot water in me. I'm in that 405. Bro, I'm telling you, that's my idol. Cause now, like, watching him, I'm like, maybe I can really rap and sing. If we singing like that to be ironic, fuck it. But y'all niggas be hating. I ain't gonna hold you. Curious Observer, what's happening? Let me try to get these motherfucking. See if we can get these lawsuits popping. Hey, Busby, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. This better not be no bullshit, nigga. Let's see. I don't want y'all interpretations. I'm looking for the PDFs. Excuse me. Oklahoma right now. Oklahoma right now. Eh. So where the fuck are these? Look, so we already starting off wrong. Cause I'm just not taking everybody's word for this shit where it's like, no. All right, here we go. Here we go. Going through the same thing. Oh, jeez, oh Pete Puff. What the fuck am I gonna do with you, my nigga? First of all, I'm already skeptical, and I'm gonna be honest. Because I'm just not letting niggas just grift off of sexual assault victims, real victims. I'm not doing it. Tony Busby, this nigga said 150 is now down to 6, and one of them is named Jane Doe. See, this, I have a problem with this. I got a problem with this. Now, some of y'all niggas like, oh, nigga, you always trying to find a problem with something. First of all, fuck you. Second of all, just because I don't follow the mainstream narrative that y'all punk ass niggas were trained to follow, I was trained to follow that shit too. And then you know what I learned? I learned that niggas are liars. But I know how Diddy is at the same time. So I guess I'm at what we would call an impasse. This motherfucker shit is 18 pages, at least this first one. And we about to read this motherfucker. But Diddy, I gotta, I have to play a song for you. I got to, bro. I gotta get off on the right accord. And I definitely, this is exactly what, just so you know, Diddy, so you know I ain't no fake motherfucker. This is exactly what came across my mind as soon as I heard it. And I'm sure you agree with me. I'm sure you said the same thing. So let's rock out together, my nigga.
Tactical nuke incoming!
we go again. Here we go. Here we go again. Diddy is like, nigga, will you stop making fun? My life is on the line. Nigga, here we go again. Nigga, shut up, bitch. The fuck you gonna do, nigga? I wish you would try to hit me with a champagne bottle, nigga. I'm not Steve Stout. Nigga, you can run down that hallway in that towel, nigga, and you gonna get your motherfucking ass slid, nigga. I'm none of these whole ass niggas that have been letting you piss on them and all this other nasty shit you been doing, nigga. I don't want no money from Bad Boy. Take that, take that. You run down the hallway in a towel looking for me, nigga. You gonna wish you hadn't. This nigga said, in 30 days, within 30 days, we filing 120 lawsuits. We are now down to 6. So Tony Busby, I gotta be honest, your credibility is very shaky with me, my nigga. This shit 18 pages, so there better be some type of proof of something, nigga. I don't want to just hear no more stories from you. I'm done hearing Tony Busby stories. Y'all hear me? I don't want to hear no more Tony Busby stories. Hit that like button. United States District Court, Southern District of New York, Jane Doe versus Sean Combs, Daddy House Recordings, Inc., CE Opco, LLC, DD or DBA, Combs Global, FKA, further known as Combs Enterprises, LLC, Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, Inc., Bad Boy Productions Holdings, Inc., Bad Boy Books Holdings, Inc., Bad Boy Records, LLC, Bad Boy Entertainment, LLC, Bad Boy Productions, LLC, and organization does 1 through 10. This was filed October the 14th, 2024. Plaintiff Jane Doe, plaintiff, by and through her attorneys, the Busby Law Firm. Oh, my Lord. Nigga, y'all just sound scammy to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. For her complaint alleges as follows. This case seeks both compensatory and punitive damages for aggravated sexual assault of plaintiff Jane Doe. The conduct described herein is violent and shockingly typical of defendant Sean Combs, aided and enabled by numerous individuals and entities. Sean Combs, for many years, believed he was above the law. He is not. It's a terrible introduction. See, because here's my thing. If y'all want me to believe that he really just was like doing fucked up shit to some random bitches, right? Y'all got to give me the names of the niggas who gave these girls to Diddy. Because Diddy's not out in the streets grabbing these girls. These girls are hand delivered to him. Who is those people? Those are the people that put them girls directly in danger. They knew what Diddy was about and they took him to her. For decades, Sean Combs, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. PD, a.k.a. Love, a.k.a. Dirty Money, a.k.a. Puff, a.k.a.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that.
A.k.a. Brother Love. Y'all be leaving some of his shit out, and that shit feel racist. Herein as Combs, abused, molested, raped, assaulted, threatened, and coerced women, men, and minors for sexual gratification to assert dominance and to conceal his abhorrent conduct. Combs accomplished these acts by and through a criminal enterprise built on his success as a rapper, record producer, and record executive. Combs is reportedly one of the wealthiest musical artists in the world, behind the facade of being a 3-time Grammy Award winner, discovering and developing multiple famous musical artists, and ranking on Forbes' list of the highest paid entertainers in the world. There exists something sinister, a dark underbelly of crime, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, bribery, and prostitution. Let's stop right there. Nigga, this shit is reading like a fucking novel. This ain't reading like no fucking real lawsuit, bro. This is clearly written to invoke emotion. This ain't written like a lawsuit. You know, like a normal lawsuit. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Combs is a menace to society, women, men, and children. Like this whole thing where y'all like this is all new. This whole thing where Diddy be fucking with kids. This is all new. And they just like for years people knowing that Diddy's been fucking with kids. Like I ain't never heard now story come from. The closest you could get is like them talk about like a couple of them girls were like underage. But they talking about Diddy was fucking with like 9-year-old kids, bro. That's some whole next level shit. While his wealth has kept him above consequence for years, Combs now faces the awesome power of the American judicial system and ultimately a jury of his peers who will be asked to punish him for the deplorable conduct described herein. Combs businesses. Combs' business enterprise is central to the pervasive acts of sexual assault and abuse committed by him, his posse, and his pals. His posse and his pals during the last decades. Combs operated his business headquartered at various times in Manhattan and Los Angeles under a variety of United States-based corporate entities, including Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Books, Holding. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. You want me to take this shit seriously, and y'all niggas is starting it off by talking about all the money that Puff got. And why y'all should be able to sue everything that Puff owned. Bro, this is starting off bad for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause Cassie's shit didn't read like this. Cassie's shit was devastating. Lil Rod's shit didn't read like this. Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Books Holdings, Inc., Bad Boy Records, LLC, Bad Boy Entertainment, LLC, Bad Boy Productions, LLC, Daddy's House Recording Studio, Inc., and CE Opco, LLC, doing business as Combs Global, further known as Combs Enterprise, LLC, Combs Enterprises, and Combs Global, collectively the Combs Business. Corporate entities in the Combs business portfolio include record labels, a recording studio, an apparel line, an alcoholic spirits promoting business, a marketing agency, talent discovery, a television network, and a media company. What the fuck does this got to do with like what happened? Oh, Busby. I need this Busby nigga to go away because he's going to fuck this shit up. On the surface, each of these businesses served a legitimate purpose related to entertainment, music, and other subjects. But in reality, Combs, by and through himself and his agents, employees, and contractors, used these business to sexually assault, abuse, threaten, and coerce hundreds of individuals through sexual quid pro quo schemes, as well as to take advantage of individuals with impunity, thinking the victims would never have any recourse. Let's stop right there. No. You can miss me with that. Now, if you want to tell me that there's some girls that Diddy and them did some fucked up shit to, oh, I'm with it all day long. But what you're not going to tell me is there's hundreds of girls that they had to dupe into getting the pussy. No. They did not have to. There was not no quid pro quo schemes, nigga. He's Diddy, bro. This shit where y'all be trying to convince me that Diddy had to like trick girls. It's one thing to say that Diddy was doing fucked up shit to girls, but for you to try to tell me that he had to like trick hundreds of girls by promising them record deals. You think Puff had to promise girls record deals, bro? For real? That's a bit much. That's where it's a bit much for me. Combs and his agents, employees, and contractors through these Combs businesses would tell victims, this is what it takes to be famous. What are you willing to do to become a star and perform this sexual act or else? See, that's a bit much. Diddy too big for that. Diddy don't have to use those type of words. Y'all talking about Diddy like this is just some regular rap nigga. This is how regular rap niggas gotta talk in the beginning when they when they coming up in the ranks. A nigga like Diddy, by the time he walk in the room, the hoes is ready, or those ain't the hoes that's supposed to be in there. Diddy don't have to walk in the room and say this corny ass shit. Now, one thing, if he's doing on like the TV show shit, bro, I think Puff did a lot of shit to girls. This shit where it was like he was really dangling shit. Nah, man, bro, I don't even, he's a crazy nigga. I think he's just more into getting, like, for example, I feel like personally, it's more than likely every girlfriend that Diddy's had, he's abused. Girlfriend, but it's like you got to be like that one. This shit where they trying to make Diddy seem like this womanizer type, that ain't never really been Diddy. That's why I'm just like, man, like, and I'm not even trying to defend Diddy, but I'm like, y'all gonna help Diddy get off with this goofy ass shit, because it's not making much sense. Amy, Sarah, what's happening? Green, what it do? Yours truly. Oh man, this is devastating. To coerce, cajole, or force the victim into performing a non-consensual sexual act for the gratification of Combs and his cohorts. Well, this is where I got a real question. Can we really say it's a non-consensual act if what you say is true, that Diddy told them this, hey, do this so you could get famous? Well, if they wanted to be famous and went ahead and did that, that's not really non-consensual. They wanted to be famous. Now, I think you should be able to get them on some level of fraud or something, but to try to frame it as the same thing as like a rape, again, you're diluting what actual rape is by doing this. That'd be my thing. So that way, when we hear these type of things like non-consensual sexual act for gratification, it sends off alarm bells instead of when you read it, it's like, well, was it all the way? Well, Green, this is what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on somebody else to get something. This whole thing of piling on Diddy is getting weird at this point. Members and associates of the Combs business engaged in and or attempted to engage in, among other activities, sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for the purposes of prostitution, coercion and enticement to engage in prostitution, narcotics offenses, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. All right, so all the same shit from like the other motherfucking things, but you ain't got no specific things as of yet. Here's my thing, Busby. You should have waited. Because if I'm Diddy, you can file all these fucking cases you want. I'll wait. Because if I beat my trial, all of your shit's getting laughed at. Everything. So y'all got to come up with some better lawsuits than wording it with the same shit that the feds are using, which is the same shit that Cassie used, because it's going to get you burnt. Because if Diddy beat this trial, all this shit's gonna get laughed at. Because unless I'm getting ready to scroll down and see a whole bunch of proof, which I'm not that confident in. The Combs business constituted an ongoing organization whose members function as a continuing unit for a common purpose of achieving the objectives of Combs. That sounds like what a business would do. For years, Combs and his businesses engaged in a persistent and pervasive pattern of abuse toward women, men, and minors. This minors thing is new. Especially if because I thought when they were saying minors, they was talking about like girls who were underage. But like, they talking about like 9 and 10-year-olds. This abuse was at times verbal, emotional, physical, and sexual. As part of his pattern of abuse, Combs manipulated both men and women to participate in highly orchestrated performances of sexual activity with both commercial sex workers and unsuspecting partygoers. Combs ensured participation from these individuals by, among other things, obtaining and distributing narcotics to them with or without their knowledge, controlling their careers, leveraging his financial support, and threatening to cut off the same, and using intimidation, violence, and illicit drugs. See, y'all have flipped this whole freak-off thing on its head. See, the freak off thing that everybody was feeling with the freak off thing is, this is just a bunch of nasty ass niggas going to do some nasty shit. Then we found out he basically turned Cassie into his personal sex slave. This thing where y'all like, he's grabbing random people out of these parties doing this shit to him, you can miss me. He would have been caught years ago if he was doing that. But we'll see. Combs ensured participation from these individuals by, among other things, obtaining and distributing narcotics to them with or without their knowledge, controlling their careers, leveraging his financial support, and threatening to cut off the same, and using intimidation, violence, and illicit drugs. Okay, then, well, when that type of shit was happening to Cassie, we heard about Cassie. Like, who are these girls that was around Diddy like this that we never heard of? That was around Diddy the same way Cassie was, but we never heard of them. We know Kim, we know Cassie, we know J-Lo. Who are these? Combs, while celebrated for his business acumen and influence in the entertainment world, has often been described in a more troubling light as powerful, manipulative, and problematic. His aggressive tactics, both in business and personal dealings, have drawn criticism, with many viewing him as someone who leverages his power to intimidate and control. This darker side of Combs' persona has been underscored by the numerous lawsuits and allegations that have surfaced over the years. Despite his undeniable success, his rise to the top is marred by a reputation for being ruthless and manipulative. Bro, can y'all stop using the word manipulative? Y'all said it enough. Using his influence in ways that have left a trail of legal and personal controversies, including but not limited to the following. Nightclub shooting incident 1999. Oh, come on, nigga. What happened to y'all? Like, y'all niggas is literally just giving us a news report of shit that's happened to Diddy. Like, we know all of this. Like, what the fuck does this nightclub shooting have to do with you, though? Oh, my goodness. Nightclub shooting incident, 1999. Combs was embroiled in a high-profile case related to a nightclub shooting in New York involving his then-girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez, and rapper Shine. Combs was acquitted of all charges, though the case remains a significant legal event in his career. Busby, you're a garbage-ass lawyer. So you want them to take in consideration the proof that he did all of this shit is the last time he went to court for some shit like this, he was acquitted. You can't be fucking serious, nigga. Now, although it was acquitted, it still remains a significant legal event in his career. Yeah, thank you, Busby, for letting the world know that, yeah, the last time he got locked up on some shit like a body damn near, he beat it. Oh, my Lord. Calling you Saul Goodman is a fucking insult to Saul, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. Multiple assault allegations. Combs has faced several lawsuits related to the alleged physical assaults, many of which have been settled out of court. Business disputes. Combs has been involved in various business-related legal conflicts, particularly surrounding his Sean John clothing line and other ventures. These disputes often involve contractual disagreements and trademark claims. What the fuck does this have to do with you? Claims by Cassie Ventura, Combs' former girlfriend, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, filed a lawsuit accusing him of years of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse during their relationship. Cassie alleged repeated instances of assault, coerced sexual acts, and drug use, all contributing to an environment of fear and manipulation. That's cool, but what does this got to do with you, though? Because, all right, so is it cool for us to think that you lying if you saying the same shit as Cassie and Cassie got a settlement within 24 hours and then you don't get one at all? Jeez. Combs particularly fancied the use of the popular date rape drug Rohypnol or GHB to commit heinous non-consensual acts of sexual violence. and rape against countless victims. Combs often would secretly use the drug in an alcoholic drink served at his parties, typically in a seemingly innocent glass of champagne or a, quote, lemon drop, end quote, or a Diddy. Partygoers were forced to consume the alcoholic beverage containing GHB either prior to entering or while at Combs' party. What proof do you got that they were at the door and they couldn't get in the door until they drank a drink? That's a bit much. Do I believe when you got in there, maybe some of them bottles were spiked? Yes. Do I believe that they got you at the door like you can't come in until you drink this drink? No. No. Do I believe they'll tell you you can't go in here until you put your phone in this bag? Yes. Drink this drink? No. It's outrageous. There are also allegations of Combs dosing victims in lotions or similar body oils, also laced with GHB, so that the drug would be absorbed through the victim's skin and make it easier to take advantage of, exploit, or assault them. We're done here. We're done here. We're done here. We're done here. We are done here. Now you want to tell me he's spraying these hoes with liquid GHB, but it don't affect him? We're done. Good night, champ. Yeah, nigga, we done here. I told y'all, if y'all believe that the baby oil got a GHB compound in it that he can spray on these hoes and they bodies be going limp, why would it not affect his body too? GHB affects men too. They be acting like GHB is some shit that only affects women. So he's spraying these hoes down and they passing out. It's getting all over him, but he ain't passing out. What happened to us just laughing at the fact his nasty ass had 1,000 bottles of baby oil? Now it's had to turn into he had 1,000 bottles of liquid GHB that he's spraying. They put it in the lawsuit. Puffy's lawyer will easily tear this. If the state brings up him spraying bitches with, you notice the feds ain't said that. The feds, they just brought up the baby oil. They didn't say no shit about him spraying bitches with GHB laced baby oil because they know that his fucking lawyers will eat that shit up. They will have some fucking scientist, doctor, anybody hop up there and go, yeah, if there is all of these drugs in it that would make their bodies go limp, his would have went limp as well. Exotic dancers use baby oil. That's what I'm saying. Like, it could have been like it went from us just laughing at his nasty ass having 1,000 bottles of baby oil to now they're weapons. And they put it in the lawsuit. They put this shit in the lawsuit. We went from Bill Cosby allegedly popping pills in bitches' drink to Diddy just walking around randomly spraying people with baby oil. They saying this shit with a straight face, nigga. With a straight face. With a straight face, nigga. Diddy just running around spraying men and women to assault him or her, nigga. Oh, you ain't trying to fuck? You ain't trying. Hey, nigga, when you go over Diddy house, watch out. This nigga be carrying this little ball of baby oil, nigga. If he spray you, nigga, he fucking. Combs' recurrent and pervasive physical abuse took place for multiple decades. His tendencies of violence and sexual assault were well known amongst his colleagues, employees, agents, and businesses. On numerous occasions from at least in or about 1996 and continuing for years, Combs assaulted women and men by striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects at, and kicking them. Combs also assaulted children, both physically and sexually. You can't just slide that in, nigga. See, when you was talking about a strike and punching and shit, I started thinking about Steve Stout. I was thinking about Cassie, times. Then you just slid in, and yeah, he be beating children and fucking them too. Wait, what? Come on, man. Oh my goodness. SoCal, what's happening? Oh my goodness. Here we go. In 1996, Combs was found guilty of criminal mischief for threatening a photographer from the New York Post with a gun. Hey, I'll shoot you, nigga. In 1999, he was arrested and charged with second-degree assault and criminal mischief in connection with assaulting a record executive. Combs was arrested again the same year for his involvement in a shooting at a club in New York. Another instance of violence occurred at a Los Angeles hotel in or about March 2016, which was captured on video and later publicly reported, where Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a woman as she was attempting to leave his hotel room. You mean Cassie? You've already mentioned her. Why would you? Who wrote this? ChatGPT? When hotel security staff intervened, Combs attempted to bribe the staff member to ensure silence. Why are y'all saying this shit like a fact? All you did was copy and paste shit from other people's lawsuits, nigga. Where's your shit? In the past year, numerous civil complaints have been filed by plaintiffs who allege that they've been sexually abused by Combs between 1991 and 2009. In 2023, 3 lawsuits were filed against Combs under the New York Adult Survivors Act. Cassie Ventura, an artist signed to Bad Boy, sued Combs in New York for rape and physical abuse. She alleged Combs facilitated these acts by and through supplying Ms. Ventura with copious amounts of drugs and urging her to take them beginning in 2006. Okay, let's stop right there. We all know that Cassie said this, right? Cassie said Diddy was having her coke the fuck or drugged the fuck up, right? When did she say that she was getting drugged up through baby oil? When did she say this? When the fuck, and I believe Cassie, when the fuck did Cassie say that Diddy was drugging her up with fucking baby oil? That's why I'm like, this is why Cassie ain't vouching for none of you hoes. Cassie like, man, I don't know you bitches. Y'all niggas literally just taking her fucking shit and repurposing it for your own lawsuit. Joy Dickerson Neal also sued Combs in New York, alleging Combs drugged her, sexually assaulted her, and secretly recorded the assault in 1991. Lisa Gardner, whom Combs met at an event hosted by a record label affiliate with Bad Boy, sued him for raping her and a friend in 1990 or 91 when she was only 16 or 17, right? In December 2023, and I don't say that shit to downplay it, but I'm just like, you're literally just using everybody else's shit. It's like you took all the lawsuits that we've read all for the last year, because we basically read all these lawsuits that they're mentioning. And some of them have sounded believable, some of them haven't. But I don't know what you're even claiming. And then when you got to lay it on this thick before you tell me what happened, this is not a good sign for me. In December 2023, an anonymous plaintiff sued Combs in New York for drugging and gang raping her in 2003 when she was only 17 years old. The victim alleged that employees and business associates of Combs, through their affiliation with Bad Boy Enterprise, lured her to Combs' home, where Combs then raped her. Yes, she did, but she also named other people. So that's where her shit was more believable for me. I was like, she named other people. She was naming niggas by name. She was like, yep, that nigga was there. That nigga took me with him to the airport, and when we flew there, and she had pictures with all the motherfuckers. She had pictures and everything. So y'all better have pictures. Something. In February 2024, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, one of Combs' former producers, sued Combs for forcing him to engage in unwanted sex acts and sex trafficking, among other allegations. Mr. Jones alleged that Combs regularly drugged others, including minors, by giving them drugs laced with ecstasy, MDMA, and other date rape drugs. Mr. Jones alleged that Combs, in fact, drugged him as well in order to commit acts of sexual assault. In May 2024, former model Crystal McKinney and April Lampros sued Combs. Ms. McKinney alleged that Combs drugged and sexually assaulted her at his recording studio in 2003. Mimicking what has now become a known pattern, Combs promised Ms. McKinney to help her with her modeling career in exchange for engaging in sexual conduct with him. But we can't say that. Puff ain't never been convicted of shit. But y'all be saying, oh, this known pattern. Then what? Okay. Ms. Lampros, an intern at Arista Records, which was an owner of Bad Boy, also sued Combs in May 2024 in New York County Supreme Court for raping her on multiple occasions, secretly filming these acts and showing the recordings to multiple people. Ms. Lampros also alleges that Combs ordered her to take drugs on one occasion before he raped her. In July 2024, former adult star Adria English, who was employed by Combs as an entertainer at its infamous white parties that brought together the biggest names in the music and entertainment industries, sued Combs in the Southern District of New York for sex trafficking, alleging that he required her to consume drinks laced with ecstasy and secretly recorded sexual acts. In September 2024, singer and songwriter Dawn Angelique Richard also sued Combs. Richard was employed. Nigga, what does any of this shit got to do with you? Richard was employed by Combs as part of the girl group The Nitty Kane, formed by Combs, and later as a key member of Combs' band Diddy, Dirty Money. See, but here's the thing that you keep missing. All these people you naming, we know these people were around Puff. Who the fuck are you? She sued Combs in New York for sexual assault, false imprisonment, and for subjecting her to hostile working conditions due to her gender, including degrading comments and threats. Ms. Richard has alleged that Combs regularly supplied others, including minors, with copious amounts of drugs and alcohol and subjected them to sexual acts while they were sedated and or unconscious due to the drugs and alcohol. In September 2024, a federal grand jury in Manhattan indicted Combs and charged him with sex trafficking, racketeering, and the creation of a criminal enterprise in which he abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. See United States of America versus Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. PD, a.k.a. Love, index number 24, Crim 542, indictment SDNY at paragraph 1. The indictment explains that Combs' abuse of women and minors was enabled by the employees' resources and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Nigga, did you literally quote from somebody else's shit for literally? Did you literally quote from somebody else's shit? Nigga, we are 8 pages in and I still don't know what the fuck this is. Bro, y'all niggas be on the internet acting like everything is a bombshell just because somebody say something. It better be mad evidence at the end of this motherfucker, bro. Combs' long history of violence unequivocally establishes that his actions are motivated by gender, both men and women. That makes no sense. If he goes at men and women, how can his actions be motivated by gender? That's the opposite of what that means. If his shit was motivated by gender, that would mean that he would go at somebody because they a man or go at somebody because they a woman. But if he goes at people because either they men or women, then that does not establish his... Oh my Lord, Tony Busby's a fucking moron. This ambulance chasing ass nigga. Combs has a profound contempt for women and a desire to dominate both minors and other men. So, everything. His conduct shows a long-standing practice of denigrating, defeating, and attempting to humiliate men, women, and children. I've never seen Puff try to humiliate kids. I've seen him humiliate women. I've seen him humiliate men. Way more men than women. He don't really go at women like that publicly. Like, there's not all these viral clips of him really going at women. Sotero was happening. Tracy was happening. Avis was happening. African and Bless was happening. But I ain't never seen Puff go after no kids like that. I just haven't. I'm not gonna lie. But his actions are unequivocally motivated by the victim's particular gender and age. Yeah, okay. Plaintiffs alleges herein substantially mirror Combs' prior conduct as established through criminal indictments and other lawsuits. That's what you're saying is, oh, yeah, you know everything that everybody else said? Yeah, us too. I know you're not doing the us too argument. Through this case, plaintiff seeks a full measure of justice from a man who thought his power, money, and influence rendered him untouchable. Plaintiff joins many other victims by filing this complaint in hopes their common voice makes it impossible for Combs to assault another person ever again. Right, because you didn't even put a name on it. All these people are going to get motivated from Jane Doe. The conduct complained of in many of the cases to be brought involve others who facilitated, encouraged, or participated in the conduct alleged. Parties. Plaintiff Jane Doe is a female who resides in New York. The city has been left unpledged for anonymity. Defendant Sean Combs, a male who, on information and belief, resides in New York City through incarceration in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. On information and belief at all relevant times, Combs owned and or controlled Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, Inc., Bad Boy Productions Holdings, Inc., Bad Boy Books Holdings, Inc., Bad Boy Records, LLC, Bad Boy Entertainment, LLC, Bad Boy Productions, LLC, collectively Bad Boy, Diddy's House or Daddy's House Recording Studio, Inc., and CE Opco, LLC, doing business as Combs Global, further known as Combs Enterprises, LLC, altogether the Combs Corporations. The facts of Combs' ownership and titles at the Combs Corporations enabled him to commit the unlawful sexual violence against plaintiff described herein and or to harass and subsequently intimidate her into silence afterward. Defendant CE Opco, LLC, doing business as Combs Global, further known as Combs Enterprises, LLC, Combs Global, is a limited liability company incorporated in Delaware that has its principal place of business at 9255 Sunset Boulevard, second floor, West Hollywood, California, 90069. On information and belief, all members of Combs Global are citizens of Delaware, New York, and or California. On information and belief, Combs Global is an alter ego for Combs and or a successor in interest to Combs' other corporations and or was established or used by Combs for the purpose of moving, disposing of, and or insulating his assets, including in connection with his criminal activities and to avoid liability. Combs Global currently owns, controls, and or oversees Bad Boy and Combs' other business ventures in the music, fashion, fragrance, beverage, marketing, film, television, and media industries. As part of his renowned Bad Boy record label and brand, Combs has established several corporate entities under the Bad Boy name over the past few decades, including but not limited to Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, Inc., Bad Boy Production Holdings, Inc., Bad Boy Books Holdings, Inc., Bad Boy Records, LLC, Bad Boy Entertainment, LLC, and Bad Boy Productions, LLC, together Bad Boy. On information and belief, all Bad Boy corporate entities are alter egos for Combs and are controlled and or directed by Combs and or were established or used by Combs for the purpose of moving, disposing of, and or insulating his assets, including in connection with his criminal activities and to avoid liability. On information and belief, all active Bad Boy entities are now owned and or controlled by Combs and or by Combs Global. Combs used the Bad Boy premises, recording studio, and their ownership and titles at Bad Boy to commit the unlawful sexual violence against plaintiff described herein and or to harass, subsequently intimidate her into silence afterwards. Nigga, can we get to it, bro? 10 pages in. Defendant Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, Inc. is a domestic business corporation. Bro, all y'all care about is this money. Incorporated in New York that on information and belief now has its principal place of business at 9255 Sunset Boulevard, second floor, West Hollywood, California, 90069. Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, Inc. is part of the Bad Boy Enterprise founded and owned by Combs, and on information and belief is now owned and or controlled by Combs and or by Combs Global. Combs is listed as the CEO in public filings with a listed address of 1710 Broadway, New York, 10019. Defendant Bad Boy Production Holdings, Inc. is a domestic business corporation incorporated in New York that on information and belief now has its principal place of business at 9255 Sunset Boulevard, second floor, West Hollywood, California, 90069. Bad Boy Production Holdings, Inc. is part of the Bad Boy Enterprise founded and owned by Combs, and on information and belief is now owned and or controlled by Combs and or by Combs Global. Combs is listed as the CEO in public filings with a listed address of 1710 Broadway, New York, 10019. Defendant Bad Boy Books Holdings is a domestic business corporation incorporated in New York that on information and belief now has its principal place of business at 1440 Broadway, third floor, New York, 10018. Bad Boy Books Holdings, Inc. is part of the Bad Boys Enterprise founded and owned by Combs, and on information and belief is now owned and or controlled by Combs and or by Combs Global. The CEO listed on public filings is Eddie Norwood Jr. with this, the only name y'all listed is a nigga that's connected to the bread. Oh my goodness. With a listed address of 1710 Broadway, New York, 10019. The same address listed for Sean Combs in public filings for Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, Inc., Bad Boy Productions Holdings, Inc., and Daddy's House Recordings, Inc. Real quick, it is past midnight, so I definitely want to shout out happy birthday to Janice. Janice is she's doing some, getting ready for her birthday shit, so that's why she not here this evening, but happy birthday to Janice. Make sure I say that close to midnight reading this shit. I figured we would already been at the good part. But happy birthday, Janice. Defendant Bad Boy. All right, where am I at? All right. Okay. Defendant Bad Boy Records, LLC is a Delaware limited liability company that on information and belief is headquartered in New York and or California. On information and belief, all members of Bad Boy Records, LLC are citizens of Delaware, New York, and or California. On information and belief, Bad Boy Records, LLC is part of the Bad Boy Enterprise and or a successor in interest to other Bad Boy defendants that compromise the Bad Boy Enterprise founded and owned by Combs. On information and belief, Bad Boy Records LLC is now owned and or controlled by Combs and or by Combs Global. Defendant Bad Boy Entertainment LLC is a New York limited liability company that on information and belief is headquartered in New York and or California. On information and belief, all members of the Bad Boy Entertainment LLC are citizens of New York and or California. Bad Boy Entertainment LLC is part of the Bad Boy Enterprise and or a successor in interest to other Bad Boy defendants that compromise the Bad Boy Enterprise founded and owned by Combs. On information and belief, Bad Boy Entertainment LLC is now owned and or controlled by Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, Inc. and or by Combs Global. Defendant Bad Boy Productions LLC is a New York limited liability company that on information and belief is headquartered in New York and or California. On information and belief, all members of Bad Boy Productions LLC are citizens of New York and or California. Bad Boy Productions LLC is part of the Bad Boy Enterprise and or successor in interest to other Bad Boy defendants that compromise the Bad Boy Enterprise founded and owned by Combs. On information and belief, Bad Boy Productions LLC is now owned and or controlled by Combs and or by Combs Global. Defendants organizational does 1 through 10 are currently unknown entities who were owned by and employed by defendant Combs and enabled the commission of the... Y'all suing 10 more companies that y'all don't even have the names of? Give me a fucking break. And enabled the commission of the conduct complaint of hearing As the parties engaged in discovery, plaintiff retains the right to amend the complaint to add these entities by name. Oh my Lord. Each of the Combs Corporation aided and abetted Combs in committing the unlawful sexual violence against plaintiff described herein. B are alter egos for Combs, completely dominated by him and used for his personal interest and to engage in wrongdoing which harm plaintiff and others, and or serve or have served as vehicles for Combs to move, dispose of, and or insulate his assets, including in connection with his criminal activities and to avoid compensating the victims of his many crimes, including plaintiff. This court has subject matter jurisdiction pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1332 because this case is between citizens of different states and the amount in controversy exceeds $75,000. The court has specific personal jurisdiction over defendants because the acts giving rise to plaintiffs' claims took place in New York State, and because several of the defendants have domiciled in New York State and or are regularly transact businesses in New York State. Venue is proper in this district pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1391 because a substantial part of the events or omissions giving rise to the claims occurred in this district. Plaintiff hereby demands a trial by jury on her claims in this action. Factual allegations. Oh my Lord, after 13 pages. Jesus Christ. Miss George, what's happening? Whoever the fuck else I missed. Oh man. Tony Busby's on my nerves. In or around June 1995, plaintiff attended a promotional party at Elks Plaza in New York City for the music video One More Chance by Biggie Smalls. The event was packed with high-profile guests. Where plaintiff was dancing with friends, Combs approached her and asked to speak with her privately. Expecting an innocent conversation. What? You expected an innocent conversation with a nigga? Okay, got it. You was at a music video shoot. Diddy told you to come have a private conversation. Got you. I see how you already setting this up. Plaintiff agreed and followed him. Once alone in the bathroom, Combs unexpectedly began kissing plaintiff. Feeling uncomfortable and confused, plaintiff asked him to slow down, believing they were there to talk. Instead, Combs advanced aggressively. When plaintiff attempted to pull away, he violently struck her, slamming her head against the wall and causing her to fall to the floor. Disoriented and in pain, plaintiff tried to escape, but Combs hit her again, making it nearly impossible for her to move. Combs then lifted her dress and raped her vaginally while she lay helpless on the floor. Plaintiff tried to resist, but her injuries and shock left her powerless. After the assault, Combs adjusted his clothing in a nonchalant manner and threatened plaintiff, saying, quote, "You better not tell anyone about this or you will disappear," end quote, leaving plaintiff terrified for her life. Nigga, let's stop right the fuck there. Let's stop right the fuck there. Now, based off what you said in these first 12 pages, because I read them, none of this is anything like any of the cases you referenced. I mean, nothing. There's no other cases where Diddy's doing shit like this. Diddy's just pulling random bitches out of a fucking party, trying to fuck them, and then they say no, and then he beats their ass and rapes them right there. Like that Cassie case, all them cases you named, none of them said he was on some shit like that. This is wild. You better have some proof. Combs left the bathroom, abandoning plaintiff in a state of shock, fear, and shame. Plaintiff remained on the bathroom floor for a while, trying to regain her composure. Plaintiff felt intense pain in her head from the blows and was emotionally shattered. After some time, she managed to stand, fix her underwear and dress, and wipe away her tears. Terrified that someone from Combs' business might be waiting outside to harm her, plaintiff cautiously gathered the courage to leave the bathroom. Plaintiff left the party and never returned. Since the assault, plaintiff has avoided the news as it triggers traumatic memories. For years, plaintiff kept the assault secret, fearing retaliation from Combs and business. Nah, nigga, this ain't it. Nah, nigga, this ain't it. I know I'm getting ready to get to the proof. First cause of action. Plaintiff hereby incorporates each of the foregoing paragraphs as if fully set forth herein. By forcing sexual contact on plaintiff, specifically by physically assaulting and then forcibly raping plaintiff, defendant Combs committed a crime of violence motivated by gender under the Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, as defined in New York City Administrative Code 101103. The requirement that the crime of violence be committed because of gender or on the basis of gender and due to it, at least in part, to an animus based on the victim's gender is satisfied because defendant Combs forced plaintiff to engage in sexual interaction without consent. The Combs business enabled Combs to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender because Combs sexually assaulted plaintiff at a department store doing business with the Combs business and carrying Combs business products. On information and belief, Combs business routinely committed sexual acts and gender motivated violence as detailed in other civil lawsuits to further the business purpose of Combs enterprise, given Combs' long-standing pattern and practice of committing sexual violence against men. Well, you're literally undoing your argument that he did it because it was a girl, dumbass, by mentioning this. The Combs business had and or should have had knowledge of Combs using such venues for this unlawful conduct and did nothing to stop it. The Combs business enabled Combs to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender by failing to, among other things, protect plaintiff from a known danger and or have sufficient policies and procedures in place to prevent sexual assault and or train their employees on identifying and preventing sexual assault. That's wild. Given Combs' long-standing pattern and practice of committing sexual violence against men, including on premises owned and or operated and or used by defendants for business purposes, the Combs corporations had and should have had knowledge that Combs was a danger to plaintiff and did nothing to stop Combs. The Combs business enabled Combs to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender by failing to properly supervise. The Combs business had knowledge and or should have had knowledge of Combs' widespread and well-known practice of committing sexual assault and gender-motivated violence, including on premises owned and or operated and or used for business purposes by defendants, and did nothing to stop it. The Combs Corporation further enabled Combs to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender by actively placing, maintaining, and or employing Combs in positions of power and authority, despite the fact that they knew and or should have known that Combs had a widespread and well-known practice of committing sexual assault and gender-motivated violence, including on premises owned and or operated by defendants. Combs used his titles and authority conferred by the Combs business, including as CEO, founder, and chairman, to facilitate and perpetuate the violent assault on plaintiff and to intimidate and force plaintiff to keep quiet in subsequent years. On information and belief, plaintiff alleges the defendant organizational does 1 through 10 exclusive and other parties not yet identified who have enabled Combs to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender in the ways articulated above and or in other ways. As a result of defendant's actions, plaintiffs suffered damages in an amount to be determined at trial and pursuant to the fee-shifting provision of the statute. This legal action has been commenced within the statutory time frame provided by the 2-year look-back window for VGMVPA claims. See New York City Administrative Code 10-1105. Wherefore, plaintiff respectfully requests that judgment be entered against defendant as follows: awarding compensatory damages for all physical injuries, emotional distress, psychological harm, anxiety, humiliation, physical and emotional pain. How was she humiliated when nobody knew? Oh my goodness, bro. physical and emotional pain and suffering, family and social disruption, and other harm in an amount to be determined at trial. Awarding punitive damages in an amount to be determined by trial. Awarding attorney fees and costs pursuant to any applicable state or statute or law. Awarding pre- and post-judgment interest on all such damages, fees, and or costs. Attaching any and all of defendant's real property and other assets located in the state of New York pursuant to federal rule of Civil Procedure 64, and awarding such other and further relief as this court may deem just and proper, dated October 14, 2024, the Busby Law Firm. Y'all niggas are fucking scam artists. I'm so sorry. I don't believe none of this shit. They can throw that shit away. You do an 18-page lawsuit and you make like one paragraph about what happened, and then when you get to what happened, it's vague as fuck. No witnesses, nobody saw nothing. You reference 25 fucking lawsuits and then go on to say, yeah, the shit that we experienced is just like what everybody else is saying. Nobody said that Diddy did anything to them like that. That Diddy met them, the first time Diddy met them, he just took them in a motherfucking bathroom, tried to fuck them, and when he said no, he beat their ass and fucked them anyway, and then just left them in the bathroom. Gene Deal ain't never said no shit like this. Motherfucking Jaguar Wright ain't even said no shit like this. None of the people who even say shit about Diddy has ever even said no shit. Diddy done no shit like this. Busby, this is a fucking L, nigga. Then why the fuck does it say Tony Busby right there? Like, shut up. It literally is. Respectfully submitted, the Busby Law Firm. Shut up. Nigga's a fucking moron. He's a fucking liar. He's a scam artist. So you like to play semantics. Here, I'll show you what I like to do with motherfuckers that like to play semantics. I don't play that game. I don't play semantics. You do that shit somewhere else. What the fuck is wrong with you? Y'all can do that gaslighting shit somebody else's channel. I don't do that shit. You know what the fuck I mean when I say this is Tony Busby shit. He the one that typed this. This is his writing. Yes, it's Jane Doe's lawsuit. You fucking idiot. Don't play those fucking games with me. The fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Y'all niggas is so fucking retarded. Say the dumbest fucking shit, thinking y'all sound smart, thinking y'all correcting a motherfucker. He's the lead attorney. Well, no fucking shit, you moron. The fuck you think I was talking about? Y'all niggas get on my fucking nerves, bro. Always trying to be the smart motherfucker in the room. Shut up. Anyway, like I was saying before I was interrupted by that bitch, this nigga Tony Busby's full of fucking shit. This shit's 18 pages long, and it's a paragraph saying what happened. And what they said happened, I'm not saying didn't happen, but they told me that all these other cases would prove that they not lying about theirs, but none of the cases they reference have Puff doing anything like that. Because even the video that we saw him whooping Cassie's ass, it's only alluded that he may have fucked her after that. It's like you trying to piece, it's like they trying to make this super case of piecing Cassie getting her ass beat and this chick getting raped in the studio, and then all this shit is wild. Tony Busby, you wild for this, bro. So basically the lawsuit is this.
Just ask them how I did it. I got out the limo, grabbed her hand, went upstairs and fucked her.
What's the difference? Puff went up to a random chick, was like, let's go talk. He went in the bathroom, started kissing her. She told him to slow down, and he beat her ass and fucked her anyway, and then just left her in the bathroom at this party, at a video shoot. Mind you, the girl that said, hey, they flew me out to the studio and they did all that shit to me. What did she have in her lawsuit? She had pictures of her in the fucking studio with Puff, sitting in Puff's lap, all that shit. She had evidence. Lil Rod said a gang of crazy ass things. And what did you scroll down and see? Pictures of motherfucking Cuba Gooding Jr. looking at this nigga like a whole ass snack. You like, oh shit, Rod might not be lying. Rod had pictures of shit. These motherfuckers, 18 pages and they story wasn't even a full page. So I don't want this to come across that, oh, I don't believe it because it's Diddy. No, niggas have brought lawsuits where I'm like, damn, Diddy, you in trouble. This ain't one of them, nigga. This is laughable. He's not even going to acknowledge this. All y'all keep doing, bro, if y'all going to be putting Tony Busby on like this, look, I'm going to be the first to say it out loud. Nigga, I'd rather see Gene Deal on these shows. I'd rather see Reggie Wright on these shows. If this is what we going to do, we got some fucking lawyer down the Texas bar. We got some nigga down in Houston telling me that all of these girls, it's 120 victims, 60 men, 60 women. They have all been sexually assaulted and shit by Puffy. And some of them were sexually assaulted by Puffy as kids. They never wanted to say shit until this bitch ass nigga came out with a Puffy hotline, and they called the Puffy hotline. And these niggas, they couldn't trust nobody. They couldn't trust nobody but Tony Busby. And here's the thing. And if Puff beat his case, this shit really getting thrown out instantly. What's your proof? Oh, I got proof. My proof is these other cases that actually have proof. That's not proof for you. Like, what the fuck? Hold on, let me try to find another one. And I ain't reading all that fucking shit. I'm going straight to the point when I find another one. This is fucking ridiculous. Man, Tony Busby full of fucking shit. Here we go. This one's 19 pages. This was 19 pages. So it's basically the exact same word for word shit as the other ones. It's the exact same shit. They copied and pasted everything, nigga. They copied and pasted the whole other lawsuit. It just changed factual shit. Oh my lord, man. Tony Busby's a fucking clown. Why don't you just make this shit a fucking class action? Because you know what time it is, nigga. Here goes factual allegations. In 2008, Plaintiff worked as an advisor for Echo Clothing. Shout out to Mark Echo. and had been employed by the company for approximately 7 years. Echo Clothing at the time was amongst the most popular clothing lines in the country. In 2008, Sean John clothing line was also hitting peak popularity. Plaintiff had in fact met Combs several times in connection with Combs' development and marketing of the Sean John clothing line. Echo and Sean John were competing lines within the clothing industry, both having had a large amount of success within the hip-hop community. Moreover, both lines had relationships with and were carried at the time by Macy's, a well-known department store. In or around May 2008, Plaintiff Plaintiff was in the stockroom at Macy's flagship store at Herald Square in Manhattan when Combs and 3 of his bodyguards entered the stockroom. Plaintiff came upon Combs and his bodyguards at a T-junction in the stockroom where Plaintiff had very little room to maneuver. Combs was flanked by 2 large bodyguards to the left and 1 large bodyguard to the right. Immediately after turning a corner in the stockroom, Plaintiff was hit hard around the base of the neck, possibly with a pistol. What? Hold on. Hold on, nigga, wait. The blow forced Plaintiff to his hands and knees. As Plaintiff looked up, he saw that each of the bodyguards had guns in their waistbands. Plaintiff heard multiple voices call out things like, quote, "I'll kill you," end quote. Combs approached Plaintiff while Plaintiff was still on his hands and knees and said, "Suck my dick, Echo."
You know, Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, you know, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this: there's no such place. Darkness, let's go to the abyss, nigga! I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss, okay? And he wants company sometimes, you know? And for some reason, he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, you know, tussling or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Getting. Puff was getting some head. Getting some head. Puff make me suck his dick at gunpoint. I'm not telling nobody, bro. I'm just not telling. I'm going to the grave with that. Referring to the clothing line that Plaintiff worked for, Combs thereafter forced his penis into Plaintiff's mouth and proceeded to forcefully and brutally orally rape Plaintiff. I'm just not telling though. If Puff do this to me, bro. Y'all gonna have to bring him down another way. Combs continued for at least 2 minutes until ejaculating.
You know, Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, you know, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this: there's no such place. Darkness, let's go to the abyss, nigga! I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss, okay? And he wants company sometimes, you know, and for some reason, he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, you know, tussling or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
I mean, this is some shameful shit.
While orally raping plaintiff, Combs grabbed plaintiff's hair and made derogatory comments like, "You like that white boy?"
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that.
This shit, y'all niggas, bro. Y'all, the shit y'all niggas will, man, y'all take it to the Lord. Like, some of the stuff y'all gotta just take to the Lord, bro. We ain't gotta be knowing everything, man. After he was finished, Combs threw plaintiff's head aside and said words to the effect of, "Shut up or I'll kill you." Combs and his bodyguards began to leave, taunting plaintiff as they did. Combs proceeded to gather Sean John merchandise from the stockroom. So he stole his own shit? Wait, nigga, you got me blurry, nigga. Nigga, you done so Puffy stole his own shit back, is what y'all telling me. All right, bet. He left the stockroom and headed out to the Macy's retail floor where he began passing out merchandise to an adoring crowd as if nothing happened. So wait, so you telling me that Puffy grabbed this nigga and face fucked this nigga for 2 minutes? Puffy face fucked this nigga for 2 minutes, came, and then went and grabbed a bunch of free Sean John to give to the crowd. Nigga, stop, man. I need proof. There has to be, bro, there's cameras all in there. I need some proof, nigga. Puffy face fucked you and then handed out Sean John. Come on. Y'all be taking it. I be wanting to believe y'all, and then y'all add the extra part where it go too far for me.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
In shock and traumatized, plaintiff gathered himself and went to Macy's security to report the assault. By this point, Combs and his bodyguards had left the store. Plaintiff was told someone would speak with him, but no one ever did. Shortly thereafter, Macy's stopped letting plaintiff into his flagship Herald Square store. So wait, you told them that Puffy face fucked you and they stopped letting you come to the store? Nigga, you got face fucked and then they banned you from Macy's, nigga. I'm done, bro. This is outrageous, nigga. It sounds like, now who, if he's telling the truth, who the fuck should he be suing? He got an open and shut case against who? If he telling the truth, he got an open and shut case against fucking Macy's, bro. Fuck Diddy. He got you ain't even gotta split that Diddy money with everybody else. You got an open shut case. If this is true, you need to be suing Macy's, my nigga. If Diddy face fucked you and then handed out free motherfucking clothes at their location and you told them niggas and then they ended up firing you, Nah, nigga. You wasn't allowed to go in there no more? Nah, nigga. First of all, let's not sit here and we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, first of all. Why this nigga try to make it sound like Echo and Sean John weren't massive competitors? This nigga trying to make it seem like I didn't even know why Puff would even be tripping. Nigga, y'all been competitors from day one. Now this nigga like, yeah, Diddy face fucked me in a motherfucking stock room and then gave out free shit like he was Santa Claus and then they fired me. Nigga, none of that makes sense. It better be some proof. Approximately 3 weeks later, Terry Lundgren, CEO of Macy's, pressured Echo executives to fire plaintiff because Macy's had just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Sean John Clothing. Echo therefore terminated plaintiff from employment, and plaintiff was told he could no longer live in his company-paid apartment. So let me get this. Hold on. Let's get the timeline straight. Let's get this timeline. Hold on. Let me get the timeline straight. So Puff face fucked you in a stock room. You told Puff the CEO of Macy's came down and not only didn't say shit about or to Puff, he told Echo that, nigga, if y'all still want y'all shit here, you better fire that dog ass nigga. And that caused you to also be evicted. Hey, nigga, you lying like a motherfucker, nigga, because you can sue Macy's, you can sue Echo. You got, man, nigga, Diddy's at the bottom of this list. Tony Busby, you ain't shit, nigga. You are the worst. Ambulance chasing sleaze grease ball, nigga. Plaintiff is informed and believes that the report of the assault was destroyed or otherwise purged from Macy's records, and no action was ever taken as a result of the report. So you didn't get a copy of the report? They just took a report and you didn't ask for a copy, a receipt, or nothing? Plaintiff ultimately had to move out of New York. Plaintiff still fears for his life as a result of the incident. He had to move out of New York because he was homeless, nigga. And the results of the incident and the threats made against him on that day, including the fact that plaintiff was known to Combs by way of his work with rival clothing company Echo. Thank you, Regina. He went to do a report with Macy's security, but he didn't say shit to the police. And I'm supposed to believe that Puff face fucked him with two bodyguards standing around like, yeah, you gonna let him do it too. Yeah, nah, stay there, white boy. Yeah, nut in his mouth, Puff. Nut in his mouth. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, fuck his mouth, Puff.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
What kind of shit is this, bro? Y'all niggas be wanting me to believe. I be trying, man. Then y'all say ridiculous ass shit like this. These niggas sitting there just begging this nigga, yeah, fuck his mouth, Puff. This nigga got all these big ass bodyguards and these niggas, and they got guns, and the first thing they did was hit him in the throat with a gun so he could get on his knees to suck Puff dick. Like, nigga, what kind of fucking movie is this shit, nigga? Nigga, did you spit in the cup afterwards so you could have Puff DNA? You didn't let them swab your mouth or nothing? Nigga, you didn't take it seriously. I like that white boy. This nigga said, and then they fuck around and fired me. Why? Because you tried to get over on Puff then and they watched the video? Because obviously they got access to the video. Why the fuck would Macy's go look at the video and then fire you? Because you noticed what they did? You went and reported that shit. They went and looked at the video and saw you lied. They saw that Puff went back there. We know what happened. Puff went back there to grab Sean John to give away to the crowd. He went back there. He want me to believe Puff went back there to get these clothes, took a 2-minute break to face fuck this nigga, and then continued on with the clothes. He ain't got no evidence, no proof of this at all. Again, Puffy done some fucked up shit. But that don't mean I'm gonna let y'all niggas just get y'all grift on. Tony Busby, you a grifter, nigga. Then this nigga he got a case against a man and a woman, and he's gonna tell you that each case, Puffy did that shit to a man because it was a man, and he did that shit to a woman because she was a woman. I'm like, the fact that you got cases with a man and a woman disproves the fact that either was gender motivated, you fucking idiot. Yeah, Tony Busby just like being on TV. This is the first time he's ever really got people, because he couldn't really get on TV with the Deshaun Watson shit. He tried, but the shit never blew up like he wanted it to. Can we find another one? You said it was 6. This shit is flimsy at best. Oh, I want this. I definitely want this right here. I'm in Miami, yeah. Miami right now, yeah. I'm in Miami, yeah. I'm in Miami right now.
I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami right now. I'm in asking your file. I'm on Ocean Drive.
Good evening, Lisa. Okay. I'm in Miami right now. So what is this? Let me keep that right there. This nigga want me to believe that Puffy just, man, y'all niggas, bro. Hold on. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There's the tune, start the boom, and the fat backtrack. All right, let's see. What's this one? This might be one. Oh, here we go. Another one. We found another one. Another one, boss. I'm in Miami right now. Nigga, that's my shit. That shit came from his soul. That's why I respect it. It came from his fucking soul, nigga. You tell me this shit didn't come from his soul, nigga. This shit came from his soul, nigga.
I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami right now. I'm in after your file. I'm on Ocean Drive. I'm in Miami. In Miami right now. I'm in after your file right now. On Ocean Drive right now. That's on my mama. I'm in Miami. I go to the window, so I'm going to Cali. I swear I'm too official. I'm out with them niggas. I'm some other rapper on the city. That nigga, he rigging.
Nigga, that came from his soul, nigga. Hustle Man did a feature on someone track. I'm low-key gonna get him on a track. I'm low-key about to get this nigga on the track, nigga.
That's fire.
Get him on the motherfucking Miami remix. We do the Oklahoma remix. Oklahoma right now. I'm in that 405. I'm in that 405. Another copy and paste job by Busby. Let's get to the factual allegations from Jane Doe. Here we go. Factual allegations. Combs and his staff regularly invited members of the public to events such as music video shoots, photo shoots, autograph signings in and around New York City. One such event took place in 2004 across the street from Jane Doe's college campus in Brooklyn, New York. Through Miss Doe's friends and Combs' accomplices and agents, Miss Doe received an invitation to Combs' photo shoot. She was 19 years old at the time. Well, okay. She was flattered and excited to receive such an invitation from an individual of Combs' celebrity and stature. Miss Doe accompanied her friends to the event and discovered that it was a photo shoot promoting the band, a recording group Combs signed to his record label, Bad Boy Entertainment. At the photo shoot, she and one of her good friends, another fisherman living in the dormitory with Miss Doe, were eventually invited to an after party by Combs' business associates. Before leaving the party, Miss Doe had met Combs at the photo shoot. Combs told Miss Doe and her friend that they should come to his hotel first for a more exclusive party. Miss Doe and her friend agreed and were taken to a Manhattan area Marriott hotel by a member of Combs' entourage. Let's stop right there. What do you think he would want y'all to come to the hotel for? What type of party you think he was talking about? He ram. Good night, cousin. What kind of fucking party you think this nigga was talking about? And you was 19, so I ain't even trying to hear that shit. And you was in college, I wasn't trying to. Bro, you know what you was on. Stop. That doesn't mean it didn't go bad, but you know what you was on. Upon arriving at the hotel suite, Ms. Doe noticed that there were dozens of people there having drinks and listening to music in a relaxed party environment. While attempting to mingle around the party, Ms. Doe and her friend were suddenly grabbed and taken to a separate room off from the main party. Ms. Doe believed the man taking them to be a security guard, so she went with him. But when she asked him where they were going, he simply told her, "You know what you are here for." After taking Ms. Doe and her friend to the bathroom, the security guard left the room and locked the door. The only person in the room besides Ms. Doe and her friends was Combs. Let's stop right there. Come on, Busby. So now he's a serial bathroom person? All right, cool. I got you. Ms. Doe and her friends was Combs. Combs gave Ms. Doe and her friend more drinks, then instructed them to imbibe in cocaine that he had prepared for use on the coffee table. Ms. Doe did not want to do the cocaine, Combs continued getting gradually more aggressive with the two women and eventually began forcibly touching them without consent. When they resisted, Combs ordered Miss Doe's friend to perform oral sex on him, or else he would have them both killed. That's just weird, a weird-ass request to me. Miss Doe's friend complied as Miss Doe begged Combs to allow them to leave. He did not agree. Combs soon turned his sights to Miss Doe and forced her to take her clothes off, again under the threat of violence. Once she was undressed, Combs forced himself on her and began to sexually assault her. Combs fondled, molested, and ultimately raped Miss Doe, all while she was begging him to stop. Soon, and likely due to Miss Doe's cries, the door opened and the security guard from earlier came in to ask if everything was all right. Miss Doe's friend took the opportunity to rush out of the recently locked door. Miss Doe, however, could not move as Mr. Combs was still on top of her. Combs got off Miss Doe to talk to the security guard. He left the room but told Miss Doe to stay, otherwise she would be killed. About half an hour after sitting in the dark room by herself, another security guard came and told her she could leave. Miss Doe gathered her things and left immediately and called a taxi back to her dormitory in downtown Brooklyn. Wait. Go back. But why would she need to take a cab back when you said the shit was across the street? The event was across the street from her college campus. So why the fuck would she have to take a fucking cab back? Bro, again, another story with blatant ass plot hole in it. And why are these stories? It be 19 pages, and these stories don't even be a whole page. Okay, this is like a page and a half. Like this shit where we've never heard of these stories, but Tony got multiple stories already where people's just like, man, Puff just popped up, raped me, and left. He popped up, he fucked me, and he left. Yeah, well, he told me to come here, and then he tried to fuck me. He said no, he beat my ass. Now these girls said no, he didn't do shit to them. This just feels like y'all just trying to get a quick check, bro. I just hate this because the other stories have not been like Lil Rod, Cassie. Their lawsuits were not flimsy like this. They just weren't. That one chick that was from Michigan, her shit was not flimsy like this. Napa, what's happening? This shit flimsy. That's 0 for 3 for me. I ain't gonna lie. You say I really don't give a fuck what you say about me. But I'm gonna tell you that's 0 for 3 for me. All right, let's check this one. I just need, like, these are some big ass accusations, okay? I'm not saying Puffy can't do this shit. What I'm saying is, can you just show just a tad of evidence, nigga? You want me to believe some shit that happened like 30 years ago with no evidence? I know. Y'all niggas lie too much. Another John Doe. Let's see. That's what happens when you try to make enter. That's what happens when you try try to make these stories seem extra salacious, using words you shouldn't be using and using them out of context, all this other dumbass shit. Factual allegations. Copy and paste. Here we go. Mr. Combs' legendary white parties in the Hamptons were well known by many, including John Doe. The kind where countless celebrities would attend in 1998 when John Doe was only 16 years old. He was recruited out of New York City and indeed, while residing in New York City, received an invitation to one of Combs' parties through a mutual connection. When he received the invitation, he felt like he finally had the opportunity to rub shoulders with the who's who of the industry. He thought it could be his chance to break into the music industry. Others from New York City received such invitation to go to the Hamptons for the party. Indeed, many of those at the party were in fact New Yorkers. Okay. The party took place at Combs' mansion in the Hamptons. As John Doe entered, he spotted countless celebrities and A-listers who formed the music and entertainment industry. He recognized faces he had seen on TV and on the big screen. As John Doe made his way through the crowd toward the restroom, he unexpectedly bumped into Combs. Shocked, John Doe found himself face to face with Combs, a titan in the music industry. Standing right in front of him at his own party, Doe took a picture with Combs at the 1998 party. Okay, I've seen this picture. Okay. Cool. Now, this is a good starter, but it's got to be more than this. You can't just be like, we took a friendly picture and then we slid off and he did that. Combs took an interest in John Doe and wanted to talk to him. They walked to a more private area near the portable restrooms brought in for the party. There, John Doe told Combs he was a big fan of Combs and shared his dreams of becoming a star. Combs smiled, telling him he had potential and the look. When John Doe admitted his voice was not great, Combs assured him that it did not matter. Combs made clear that the only thing that mattered was having the right look for the industry. And with it, Combs could transform Doe or anybody into a star. Despite the pleasant conversation which occurred, things took an unexpected turn for the worse. Combs abruptly told John Doe that he needed to drop his pants. Wait, time out. Time out. Yes, he went from being a sex trafficker with prostitutes to he was also just randomly raping people in public. Just out of nowhere, drop your pants and expose his penis so that Combs could inspect it, explaining it was a rite of passage and the route to becoming a star, and also a way to prove himself. Don't you want to break into the business? Nigga, stop. What kind of fucking sci-fi novel is this? Doe immediately felt uncomfortable. I'm sure a nigga just asked you to pull your dick out in public. Froze and did not know what to do. Combs remained calm and stood in front of him and stretched out his hand in a cup position. This is too much, nigga. This is too much. This is too much. Out of fear and anxiety and the imbalanced power dynamic between himself and Combs, John Doe then dropped his pants and exposed his penis as Combs previously instructed. Combs moved closer and grabbed John Doe's penis and genitals with his hand and firmly cupped and held into John Doe's genitals for an extended period of time. During this time, Combs moved his hand in such a fashion to manipulate John Doe's genitals, squeezing and feeling them. Doe was only 16. Combs abruptly then let go of John Doe's genitals and told him that his people would be in touch. nigga's dick and then told this nigga his people will be in touch. Nigga, nigga, this is too much. I can't handle this, bro. This is too much. Combs continued with this party as if nothing had happened, but for John Doe, everything had changed. John Doe eventually recognized Combs sexually assaulted him by and through his power and influence over John Doe because he knew John Doe wanted to become a star. As a result, Combs' sexual assault onto John Doe while he was a minor. John Doe experienced damages including pain and suffering, mental anguish, physical impairment, and emotional torment. The interaction continues to humiliate and cause shame on John Doe. Because of Combs' power and notoriety, plaintiff was afraid to report what had happened. John Doe became yet another sexual assault victim of Combs through the same pattern and abuse of influence Combs exercised over others previously. No, nigga, no. 0 for 4. No. Puffy random. So now Puffy's just randomly in public telling people to pull their dick out and feeling their dick. Diddy might catch you in public, nigga, and tell you to drop trowel. And then after feeling your dick, he may tell you his people will be in touch. Yeah, next to a porta potty. Don't forget, he said they were right by a porta potty. So they're literally outside and Puffy tells the nigga to drop, and this nigga do it. A 16-year-old there by themselves. Who was you there with? And remember, it wasn't like he was there to meet Diddy. He wants you to believe that he, by chance, bumped into Diddy walking through the crowd. Diddy saw him and instantly was like, come over here so I can feel on your dick. All right. Hey, whatever y'all say, man. I'm just the messenger. Yeah, they were standing right outside. Nobody saw this little nigga dick out. Nobody. Just the messenger. But in my personal opinion, 0 for 4. That's 0 for 4, bro. This nigga showed a picture of a time he met Diddy and turned it into, yeah, that was the time Diddy raped me. All right. So here we go. Nope. We seen that one. Yeah, we seen that one. You like that, white boy? We seen that one. Yeah, those are only 4 I can find out rip. Maybe I'll see the other ones tomorrow. Like, and I already know how y'all niggas is reporting it. Y'all, it's Tony Busby. Y'all don't ever question this white man. Because I'll be trying to understand why y'all just be listening to Tony Busby, but shit y'all do. So let's find. Let's see what some news is talking about with this nigga. Okay, no. Out of the 125, only 6 allegedly filed, but of the 6, I can only find 4 of the actual cases. And see, Tony Busby, the number just keeps getting smaller. Oh, 12,000 hit me. We narrowed it down to 300 something. Now we're at 120. And now out of those 120, it's 6. Let's see what we got here. Man, hit the like button, unrivaled coverage, do the unrivaled research. We got motherfucking unrivaled squad. Shout out to the whole Real Late Night crew. Hit the PayPal link, should be in the description, so we can hit the $20 goal for this evening. Voila. Bro, I've been laughing at Bronny. I can't wait to make my little Bronny video. Nigga. And they literally got a nigga on the Lakers that they really want to keep. I hope they let that little nigga go so the Warriors can get him. They need to keep Oliveri, but they got to cut Bronny James to do it. Nigga, and then LeBron James came out and was like, hey, Activision, Bronny wants a skin on Call of Duty. The only niggas that got skins on Call of Duty is Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. And then Bronny James think he's supposed to get one. Nigga, if you don't, bro, if Activision do it, they some hoes. Those only, well, I won't say those are the, oh, that's a good question, Interspace. Those have to be the strongest. Because remember, Tony Busby said they was doing serious vetting on everybody that's contacted them and all this shit. And this was the best. These were the ones you led off with. They sound salacious. These motherfuckers sound salacious to the motherfucker. But it's like, yeah, but what proof do you really got? You talking about like at 98, some shit like, you talking about at the one more chance video shoot. You ain't got an eyewitness. You ain't got nothing. Biggie dead and gone for 30 years. Let's see what the news think. I'm sure they all over it.
A new NBC News exclusive. We are reporting now details on the growing legal battles for rapper Sean Diddy Combs. NBC has obtained new civil lawsuits against Combs filed in the Southern District of New York on behalf of 3 males and 2 females, including allegations of...
So we missing one. Because now it's down to 5. Y'all niggas was telling me it's 6. Now it's down to 5.
rape. NBC's Chloe Melas broke this story for us. Chloe, what else can you tell us about these civil suits?
Hey there, these were filed today in the Southern District of New York, and the complaints span from the years 1995 all the way as recently as 2021. These accusations include allegations of sexual assault and rape, and all of the individuals are remaining anonymous out of fear, according to the suits. One complaint actually includes an allegation of sexual assault and rape against a woman in a Manhattan hotel room when she was just a 19-year-old college student. We've reached out to Combs' legal team for comment, and we have not yet heard back. And these are the first civil suits being filed by Texas-based attorney Tony Busby. He was the one that held the press conference last month saying that he was representing dozens of accusers. And he says that the reason that he's filed these suits, I spoke with him earlier, and he said that these are the ones that he was able to corroborate first, that he is still planning to name other high-profile defendants. Now, these suits just name Combs and his businesses, as well as a hotel and another location where an incident allegedly took place. And, you know, this is all happening just less than a week after a New York judge has now said that Combs will separately face his criminal trial on May 5th. You know, the only civil suit that he has settled so far is the one with his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, who filed that explosive suit alleging sex trafficking, which sort of kicked all of this off last year. And she is central to the criminal allegations against him. And remember, those federal prosecutors, they say that they do plan.
I did not know Puff teeth were fucked up like this. I don't remember
that. For a potential superseding indictment with more charges.
Chloe Melas, thank you for that.
All right, let's check this other one. From John Doe. So this be the 5 that's on record. All right. Factual allegations. Plaintiff worked for Royal Reigns Management, a prestigious company based out of New York City with additional offices in Los Angeles and Atlanta. Through plaintiff's industry connections, he gained access to parties associated with Combs and Bad Boy Entertainment. One party took place in or around October 2021. These connections and invitation ultimately led to life-altering and traumatic experiences for plaintiff. Combs' businesses picked plaintiff up from the airport and transported him to New York City where the party was to take place. Upon arrival, plaintiff noticed several well-known artists in attendance. Plaintiff was immediately offered what he was told was ecstasy by associates of Combs' businesses, which plaintiff refused. Plaintiff limited himself to just one drink. Even though plaintiff only consumed one alcoholic drink, the effects of the drink were immediate and overwhelming. This behavior towards plaintiff mimics a pattern of Combs and his agents, employees drugging unsuspecting victims in order to make it easier for Combs to sexually. Is this a class action lawsuit or not? Because like this shit is weird that you be connected all these like one conscious thought, but filing them separately. Make it easier for Combs to sexually assault that person. Unfortunately, plaintiff was one such victim. A photograph on an exemplary container used by Combs and or his agents, employees to insert GHB into alcoholic drinks is seen below. Nigga, what the fuck is this? Come on, man. I was hyped. I just knew we was about to see something incriminating as fuck, nigga. Like, plaintiff soon became disoriented and the room started spinning. In a state of confusion, he attempted to remove himself from the situation, seeking a safe space. Plaintiff tried to leave, a male voice told him to hold on, and he promised to help him. The next thing plaintiff remembers is being in a bedroom. Despite being vaguely aware of his surroundings, he could not move, speak, or fight back. Plaintiff was paralyzed, feeling as if he was trapped in his own body. Multiple men began to sexually assault him through sodomy and other forced acts. Wait, time out. These niggas ran a train on you, nigga. He distinctly recalls seeing Combs above him naked at one point during the assault. During this time, plaintiff was sodomized by at least 3 men. Plaintiff could feel a difference in the size of the men when he was being sodomized, further confirming the presence of multiple attackers.
You know, Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, you know, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this: there's no such place. Darkness. Let's go to the abyss, nigga! I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss, okay? And he wants company sometimes, you know? And for some reason, he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, you know, tussling or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna just put it to you like this. Let me put it to you like this. The feds are not revising any of their reports, adding any of this shit. Let me repeat. The feds will not be amending their report, their case, adding any of this shit. Now Puffy's randomly drugging niggas so him and multiple niggas can run a train. And the way that he could confirm that a train was being ran was by the size of dick. The size of dick. Puff, just tell the truth. What happened?
Just ask them how I did it. I got out the limo, grabbed her hand, went upstairs and fucked her.
This is greedism. This is Puffy's down bad. Puffy gonna just throw us a little check just to shut up. And I guarantee if Puffy bite on any one of these, nigga, Busby getting 40 to 45%. But Busby ain't even expecting one of these to catch on. He's just like going on the air because the way he's doing it, which he's hoping to get one real person. He's hoping all this coverage get him one real person that really is sitting at home wanting to come out, and then they see a lot of this shit and be like, okay, I can come out to Tony Busby. That's really what he's hoping for, be honest with you. This nigga filed this is 5 vague ass 18 to 20 page lawsuits that have like no detail whatsoever as far as the actual crime itself. We can't even get a name. Because I'm supposed to believe these dudes are afraid to let people know who they are because they don't want to get attacked. Attacked by who? Who is out here doing dirt for Diddy right now? What media platform you got to worry about tearing your ass down for Diddy? Look, man, Diddy probably did a gang of this shit, man. But like these stories, bro, I ain't gonna say you lying, but nigga, I don't believe you. You need more people. I need more people. And Gene Deal is on this, oh yeah, I almost forgot tour. That's what I call his shit. The oh yeah, I forgot. All of a sudden, Gene Deal got all these brand new stories he forgot about. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all that Kim Porter, they ordered her casket 2 months before she died. Like, oh, you just remembered? Not Bow Wow said he's gonna miss Diddy parties. Bow Wow, man, I don't even think there's gonna be no trial. Maybe there is. We'll see. Jury phase is gonna be forever and a day, though. Yeah, the news ain't even really reporting on these 6 lawsuits. It's just like 1 or 2 little short news clips. Let's check this video out. So I will say the news ain't really biting. I thought they would bite on Tony Busby. They've been kind of biting, but I think they stopped once they realized that this nigga wasn't gonna say no names. This nigga, he led off. The only reason why people bit was because he led off talking about, yeah, it's names bigger than Puffy involved and da-da-da-da-da. Now, all of a sudden, all of those names have disappeared and it's just Puffy. Oh, we got lawsuits coming that got big names named. There's literally, these lawsuits have nobody named but Puffy. They don't even have a point man. They don't even be like, well, so-and-so is the one that plugged me into this. These motherfuckers just get to parties and then they bump into Puff and get raped. Yeah, a court reporter was making Diddy look as fucked up as possible. Yeah, Puffy right next to a porta potty telling kids to pull their dick out. Like, come, bro. Again, we got to stay based in reality. Yeah, that's his mama. Yeah, that was his mama behind him with the glasses. And that's really how she was looking, though. I think they actually did her a solid.
That truth? Nick Cannon revealing he attended some of Diddy's infamous parties when he was just a teen.
When I was a kid, like 16, 17, standing outside, everybody gets scared to talk because they probably got something to hide. I ain't got nothing to hide. I was in there Harlem shaking, doing all of that stuff, but it wasn't, come on, whatever.
Cannon made his confession on New.
So we got Nick Cannon at Jamie Foxx parties and Diddy parties, and Nick Cannon has 75 kids out of wedlock. So Nick Cannon, you really ain't the nigga that should. Nigga, you got 70 kids. You got something to hide.
New York's The Breakfast Club, just before a Tennessee woman filed a new lawsuit against Diddy. She accused Combs of raping her back in 2004 when she was 19 in a drug-fueled encounter. We reached out to Diddy's legal team but have yet to hear back. This, as another notorious case involving Tupac Shakur, is being linked to Diddy again.
Got to find out what's true and what's false, what's real and what's fake.
Tupac's stepbrother,
Yeah, but we can't really do it with Piers Morgan.
Mo Preem, spoke out on Piers Morgan Uncensored about the rumors Diddy was behind his brother's death.
He basically said he ain't have nothing to do with my brother's murder. And I told him the truth is still yet to come out.
Would you be comfortable saying that you believe Diddy had nothing to do with it?
No, I wouldn't be comfortable saying that because I don't know. If you look at all the theories, the theory involving him is quite high on the list.
At the time,
Bro, y'all, if y'all really trying to put Diddy in jail, y'all gonna have to let this Pac shit slide for right now.
Tupac's rap rival Biggie Smalls was one of the biggest names on Diddy's Bad Boy label, and the notorious B.I.G. and Shakur were locked in a coast-to-coast feud.
Victoria, what's happening? Elaine, what's happening?
Diddy insisted in 2008 the story is beyond ridiculous and completely false.
Do you think that was an honest statement?
My opinion is that I don't believe it was 100% honest statement.
Law enforcement sources have reportedly said Combs has never been a suspect in the case. As for Diddy's federal case, a 3-judge panel is now considering his request for bail.
That's a better picture of Puff, but that don't look shit like Puff. I don't know who the fuck that nigga is.
Trial is set to begin May 5th.
So basically nothing, nigga. But the thing is like this whole thing where y'all acting like uncovering that people were at Diddy parties is hilarious when everybody knows that that was a thing to brag about up until 2 years ago. Up until like 2 years ago, if y'all had got an invite to a Diddy party, you were going. Even with the rumors, you just knew what niggas was on some shit where it's like, yeah, I go to a Diddy party, but I ain't going to no back rooms and I'm leaving early. But now niggas is like, you could just show up to an event with Puffy. Puffy might bump into you and fuck you and rape you in a bathroom, whether you a dude or a girl. If Diddy catch you lacking, he might face fuck you and get you fired and evicted out of your house. But that's the one thing I will say that the biggest thing that's ever happened to make me go, all right, Diddy might really have something to do with Pac was, nigga, Keefy D was running his mouth all fucking the whole time, and the feds went and picked that nigga up, and then next thing you know, Diddy's arrested. The only thing that sucks is motherfucking Keefy D, old goofy, lame brain ass, he probably telling the fucking truth and just ain't got a shred of evidence. Keefy D seems stupid now, and he seemed stupid then. He just seemed like he was about that action, though. That was the only difference. Now y'all niggas dropping all these motherfucking... I'm sorry, these lawsuits was bullshit. None of those move me. I'm gonna be honest, not one of those motherfuckers moved me. Let me see. I do want to play this video. I ain't seen it yet. I heard about it. I said I'll watch it with y'all. Watch this Ray J video. I was gonna watch that Jaguar Wright, Orlando Brown interview, and I was like, nigga, you already know what that setup is. Nigga, you already know what the setup is. All right, let's try this.
People were listening. You got our attention. Is what you're saying true? Because this shit is outrageous. But I came to the conclusion that once I seen the story about me and what you had to say about me and situations in my past, that is where I started to understand that you are totally fabricating stories and you are a complete liar. So that means that I have no respect for you and nothing you're saying. So now I'm gonna go further. How dare you disrespect Jay-Z and Beyonce? Jay-Z is an OG. Don't ever disrespect Beyonce, because now that you're lying on me, and I know for sure that all the shit you're saying is a lie. Now you wanna go for Beyonce. Jaguar, you done fucked up. Jaguar Wright, you done fucked up. You done fucked up, don't you?
Ray J, let me be honest with you, cousin. You low-key making me want to believe every fucking thing she said. Nigga, ain't you the same nigga that threatened that you would have niggas go take they assholes? I'm being honest. This nigga Ray J, bro. As soon as you start saying shit like, to me like, you can't disrespect Beyonce, Jay-Z, nigga, and you lose me all the way. Them niggas is not impervious. Impervious to who?
Okay, hold on. So let me see something right quick.
People were listening.
All right. Damn, nigga, like, really? These niggas, I try to find the full, I want to see the full context what this nigga was talking about. And then the people like only posted a 12-second clip besides this Instagram clip. I'm gonna just be honest, like, nigga, like, you caping for them like that, that makes me believe whatever the fuck she said about you. I wasn't ready. I was ready to give you benefit of the doubt. And Jay-Z is an OG. I don't give a fuck. The fuck that got to do with me? The fuck that got to do with me? Ray J doing his own news show. This is too much. And then hiding it after the fact is even more ridiculous. Let's see if I can find on the web. Cause this nigga apparently has a YouTube show where the motherfucking, where I guess the clips leave instantly. Hold on, nigga. We about to watch this Ray J video, nigga. I can't even, this is unreal what I'm looking at. I'm sitting there thinking this shit, I thought this was like kind of fake, but
On the reality check, Jaguar Wright, is she crazy? Is she loony? Who is this shit? Stay tuned, we'll talk about it.
this ain't real, bro. Is this real? Man, we about to find out together. I'm gonna smoke this last blunt and find out together. This is insane. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Elaine, what's happening? Welcome to the squad. Ray J got a fucking podcast, or not even a podcast. It's just a news show. Oh boy. Ray J been included in some of Diddy's most infamous stories. The Tyrese got to go to church story. Ray J was in that. When they was trying to party and Tyrese was like, man, I can't. I got to go to church tomorrow. Diddy was like, nigga, why you trying to bring God in this? Like, Ray J has said lots of suspect shit throughout the years. Somehow,
I want to do the new.
Somehow this nigga's always been plugged in. This nigga's been more plugged. Pay attention. How did he get more plugged than Brandy? All these YouTubers was selling Raycons.
Without my glasses, like I look better like this, but it's just I can't see, and so I start with them and start without them. I think we flip it up, but with so much stuff that we're working on today, I'm gonna need my glasses on and glasses off. So, I hope you guys understand that and respect that. What's up, everybody? I'm Ray J, and this is The Reality Check. Now, a lot of people are wondering, what the hell am I doing on the news? What do I have to say? Is this gonna be compelling? Is this gonna be something that has substance to it? Well, it has it all. It's fully packed with everything from controversy to co-parenting to politics to professionalism.
Nigga, wait, what? This nigga just said random words, nigga. Ray J, are you high again? Are you back on that shit?
To making mistakes and overcoming adversity. All of these things are packed into The Reality Check. I got a lot on the way. You guys stay tuned. Let's get into the Diddy situation, okay? Everybody's flipping out. Nobody knows what to do. Nobody's saying nothing. I know I did the first interview on News Nation, and now I see a whole lot of interviews coming after. Are you guys waiting for somebody to, like, be the front runner to speak out and to say what they feel? Because I'm not scared.
Then say it then, nigga.
Are there really tapes? Are a lot of people being implemented into this crazy criminal investigation that's going on right now? How many people are in it? How many celebrities are involved in what they're saying? Or it was important for me to come online, to do interviews where it not just shows you that I'm here to help and I'm here to be a voice of reason to try to find a solution for the future young entrepreneurs. It's also saying, listen.
But why did you put up a picture of Diddy while you were saying that? Hold on, nigga. Is this satire? Ray J, are you in character? This nigga said co-parenting. This show is gonna bring you co-parenting.
It not just shows you that I'm here to help and I'm here to be a voice of reason to try to find a solution for the future young entrepreneurs. It's also saying, listen, Diddy was my friend, not was. What do you do?
Wait, so when you say not was, you mean is?
What do you do when you've never been in the room?
Diddy, them kicks is fly. I ain't even gonna hold you, rich nigga.
What do you do when you've never seen all this shit that people are talking about? Do you believe it? Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. So should I fall back and wait? Should I be a voice of reason now? Should we create roadmaps so new young entrepreneurs don't go through things like this because you might catch it before it happens? Are there enough mentorship programs for people to follow?
What the fuck are you talking about? And why is 50 on the screen?
Are there other leaders who have an outstanding track record?
Is this real? Like, this is spoof, right?
Who can help create a new blueprint so when some of these young entrepreneurs and people who are making money, who have influence, are falling by the wayside and have not jumped over the edge yet, can you save them? Can you save us?
John Luna in the cut one time. Ladies, break out the Methuselahs.
Break out the Methuselah!
What's happening, cousin? Good to see you.
Can you save people who are making a lot of money?
Appreciate the love.
Who have power, who have not been raised under a certain household that shows them how to respect and love and have moral integrity. Is Diddy all there is? Is this what represents hip-hop? This is what represents hip-hop in its entirety. That's not true. So what do we do now? If you look on my Instagram, if you look on all of my social media platforms, I created a roadmap that I felt could help. And I've implemented a lot of things that we can do as a society, in unity, to try to stop this from happening for our future industry. Do you forgive somebody for taking somebody's ass?
You know, Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, you know, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this. There's no such place. Darkness. Let's go to the abyss, nigga! I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss, okay? And he wants company sometimes, you know? And for some reason, he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, you know, tussling or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Ray J. Yes. Yes, Ray J, you can have that. Yes, we forgive them. But can you put it another way, bro?
Try to stop this from happening for our future industry. Do you forgive somebody for taking somebody's ass? There's a lot of people out here taking from people. Not only like people are getting robbed of not only their money and their spirituality, they're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood. Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Do you chuckle? Do you laugh? Do you help? Do you criticize? Because I see a lot of jokes out there right now talking about baby oil.
What is happening right now?
Everybody got a joke about having baby oil and lube. Is that okay? Is that the message? That was funny, fam. Now what? I don't use baby oil.
Oh, my Lord.
Lube sometimes in sex makes it better.
I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
Should I come out with Ray Y Jelly and do some kind of like skit and say, KY just gave me a deal. Ray Y Jelly, I got 1,000 of them. Ha 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 ha. Ray Y.
First of all, I would never use anything called Ray Y jelly. And why would your sexual lubricant have a rainbow on it?
Oh, nigga, you gay. That funny to you? It's not to me. Because there's a victim out there that has been caught up in something that has affected their lives. And if it has something to do with that, or it has something to do with any other products or any other thing you're hearing about, it's distasteful. What do we do? Who do we talk to? God bless you. I'm exhausted with negativity. I'm exhausted with the people in this industry that have power who are abusing the power. I can say a lot of names. I won't today, but I will soon. Just stay tuned. Everybody eventually will get the reality check that they are looking for.
You are watching When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong.
That had to be a deep fake, Ray J. That couldn't have been. There's no way that was really Ray J. That was a deep fake. That, my friends, was a deep fake. Wow. Zers. Ray J still high on the motherfucker, I see, because what the fuck was that? I mean, this nigga just said random shit. I'm in Miami right now. Eh. Yeah, now Ray J give me vibes like he was telling motherfuckers to pull their dick out near a porta potty.
This the kidnappers again, man.
Man, stop saying that shit over the phone. Damn.
I can't say shit, can I?
People's asses are being taken. Ray J, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? The shit you be saying sometimes, bro. You always gotta take it to that next level. Like Ray J need to shut the fuck up when he talk himself into a courtroom. Ray J, you gonna talk yourself into a courtroom, so you might want to shut the fuck up. Let's see what Law and Crime talking about. Before I ease on down the road. This motherfucker come on. Damn, nigga. Really? Hurry up. Definitely better be done by the time I roll this blunt. It'd be shitty. What time is that? Almost 3 o'clock on the East Coast. Not too late. It could be later, but it ain't. That motherfucker's really taking forever. I will say that them 5 lawsuits we read, I didn't see anything in there that even justifies Diddy even acknowledging this shit. I don't think the Fed should bring these motherfuckers up. If they trying to really get Diddy locked up and all this shit, the Feds need not bring any of this bullshit up. Tony Busby, you went 0 for 5 today in my book, nigga. 0 for 5, cousin. So from here on out, you gonna have to do better. You ain't got no choice. You gotta do better. Especially if you want me to believe you. Now, if you don't really give a fuck if I believe you, hey, then rock on, Playboy. If that's the case, rock on. But if you do care, nigga, you might want to tighten some of this shit up. He taped him and Kim, then shopped the Kim tape. Kim mother signed off. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. The most overrated sex tape ever. Now she look like a fucking alien. Her and Cardi B keep getting these damn surgeries looking like fucking weird people. Ridic. Cool. Well, finally, we got 40 seconds before I can play this video. I don't know why it was taking so long. But Ray J always been weird. When that nigga did that motherfucker, when that clip of him with the unbreakable glasses. Like, bro, these glasses are not unbreakable. They're unbreakable. Broke them glasses. They're unbreakable. Finally.
I'm not going to talk about anything that I haven't said in court or in the papers. These are all great questions, but I'm just not going to get into it. So,
can you speak about your concerns about the leak and the video? You have spoken about that.
I did it in the court papers, and I'm just going to stick to the court papers.
From a new trial date to allegations of government misconduct to issues surrounding an accuser to a third attempt to get out of pretrial detention, we are breaking down some major recent updates in Sean Diddy Combs' case. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime and Jesse Weber. Hey guys, this is a Law and Crime legal alert. Recent studies have uncovered a link between Depo-Provera, aka the Depo shot, and an increased risk of brain tumors. And now long playing happening in the Sean Diddy Combs criminal case. There is a lot that has been happening. So what we want to do for you is give you some of the top recent updates on the case so that you're caught up to speed. Now, before I even get into the updates, I have to set the stage. The 54-year-old music mogul, still locked up, still locked away in the Metropolitan Detention Center out in Brooklyn as he awaits trial on federal sex crimes charges, racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution. Essentially, prosecutors from the Southern District of New York allege that Combs used his business empire and resources and associates to lead a criminal enterprise that was engaged in illegal activity like arson, bribery, kidnapping, even the assault and sex trafficking of women, and that this was going on for years. And more specifically, they allege that he brought in male sex workers for these events called freak-offs, these elaborate sexual performances that he forced, threatened, or coerced people to be a part of, even drugging people, filming these sessions. That's what the allegations are. And it's a complicated case, which brings me to the first update. When on earth is this trial actually going to happen? Well, at a status hearing last week, prosecutors, the defense attorneys, and the new judge overseeing this case, the Honorable Arun Subramanian, agreed to a trial date of May 5th, 2025. Now, obviously, that can change. For a variety of reasons, but it seems to me that the defense has been pushing for this early trial date. I mean, we were suggesting this trial wouldn't happen until the end of 2025, maybe even 2026. But the reason that it seems to me that Combs is wanting an early trial date is because he's locked up. He doesn't want to be there anymore. And even though he is appealing his bail, or his denial of bail, I should say, to a new court, and we're going to get into that in a minute, he and his team may be thinking, let's get him to trial as soon as possible with the hope that he's acquitted and he can go home and put it all behind him. We don't want him languishing behind bars for another year or 2 years as he waits to go to trial. But there are a few things with that. You know what could change the trial date? You know what could delay it? If Combs is hit with new charges, if there is a superseding indictment, that's when prosecutors go back to the grand jury with new evidence in an effort to indict Combs on additional charges. They may also.
Yeah, y'all been vaguely saying that, but yeah, we'll see.
So upgrade charges, they may even replace a charge. And that means more discovery, more evidence, more material that needs to be shared, more motions. The timeline would shift. You won't see a May 5th, 2025 date if he's ultimately hit with more charges. Very, very, very unlikely. And in a major update during that hearing, we found out that's not so far-fetched. Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson told the court that the investigation is very much ongoing and that there is a possibility of a superseding indictment.
Because it's gonna have to be. For them to really convince me that Puff going down, yeah, they're gonna have to do a superseding indictment.
And why would that happen? Well, it could be that through their investigation, analyzing the digital and physical evidence they collected, speaking with more witnesses, including maybe new people who may have come forward, prosecutors may believe they have probable cause that Combs committed more crimes. And by the way, it's interesting during this hearing that prosecutors said their case as it currently stands will take them about 3 weeks, and the defense said their case will take them 1 week. First of all, if there's additional charges, that will change. But the current case taking 3 weeks, the defense saying they'll have 1 week. What that tells me is that the defense is going to mostly focus upon cross-examination of the government's witnesses instead of really calling witnesses of their own. I mean, maybe the defense will call these alleged male sex workers to say that all of these freak-offs were consensual, that no one was pressured, no one was threatened, no one was forced to do anything. And overall, that idea of this being all consensual seems to be what the defense's main theme will be, particularly if you believe that victim one in the indictment, who is not named, but a lot of us believe is Cassandra Ventura, Combs' ex-girlfriend, who accused him in a separate lawsuit of physically, sexually, and psychologically abusing her. In this criminal indictment, prosecutors say he sex trafficked victim one through force, fraud, or coercion, meaning forced her to perform commercial sex acts. Now, it would seem to me...
For who? Like, this is a new angle where it's like, so y'all saying that Diddy or Cassie was a prostitute now?
That if she were the government's star witness, Combs' defense attorneys would spend a lot of time cross-examining her, suggesting that everything was consensual, that she agreed to everything. And by the way, going back to the timeline here, yes, the government says that their case would take 3 weeks to prosecute, but does that account for the time that the defense would cross-examine their witnesses? How long would the cross-examination of a Cassandra Ventura take? Would it take several hours? Would it take a day? By the way, his defense attorney has also suggested that Combs may take the stand. Would that be the majority of the week as well? What would the cross-examination of Sean Combs take? So even though we're saying it could be 4 weeks, I would imagine it would take a little bit longer. By the way, going back to Cassandra Ventura, his defense team most certainly will cross-examine her, try to get her to say.
That's exactly what I thought. But it's like, for them to try to play this shit off with what they're trying to say he did with Cassie and some trafficking shit, is like, you trying to say she's a prostitute.
Everything was consensual. That yes, she was his girlfriend. Of course, Combs flew her around. Of course, he had sexual activity with her, but He didn't pay her. He didn't promise her anything to engage in sex acts, that she was a willing participant in these essentially orgies. So the estimate from both sides of how long their case will be is very interesting, to say the least. But of course, again, that could change if there are new charges. Now, there was another major update that happened, and it was also addressed in this hearing. The defense's argument that the government engaged in misconduct. In a filing from last week, Combs' defense counsel blames the government, more specifically the Department of Homeland Security, of leaking information and making inappropriate comments to the media. And the defense is now asking for an evidentiary hearing to get to the bottom of all this. More specifically, they allege that the Department of Homeland Security agents leaked the infamous 2016 videotape of Combs purportedly beating Cassandra Ventura in a hotel hallway, which was published by CNN in May of 2024. And remember, that was after the raids on his houses by Homeland Security before his arrest. They say they leaked it. So Combs' defense counsel in this filing wrote, quote, "The available evidence makes a prima facie showing that the government, primarily through DHS, has engaged in a 7-month campaign with 3 objects. 1, preventing Mr. Combs from getting fair consideration by the grand jury. 2, preventing him from getting a fair trial. And 3, strategically leaking confidential grand jury material and information, including the..."
Well, this is what having big rich lawyers do. They will try everything.
2016 Intercontinental videotape in order to prejudice the public and potential jurors against Mr. Combs. Pretty startling allegation there, but they continue. The government's scheme to undermine Mr. Combs' rights to a fair proceeding has several methods and means. First, there has been a steady stream of false and prejudicial statements made by DHS agents to various press outlets over the last 7 months. For example,
that's problematic.
Combs' lawyers allege on March 27, 2024, 2 days after the searches of Mr. Combs' residences, an agent specifically identified as working for DHS made public statements to, among other media, the New York Post, that he believes there is a disturbing history of sex trafficking. "We are responding to concrete, detailed, explicit allegations. This is not random. We didn't choose his name out of a hat. We had allegations that we're following up on."
That's bad. That might get them in trouble.
Second, Combs' lawyers write, the agents encouraged in a particularly brutal and public search of Mr. Combs' homes, during which they handcuffed Mr. Combs' innocent sons and then marched them before a news helicopter in the press. This was an apparent effort to convey that they had overwhelming evidence against Mr. Combs, justifying the public and brutal treatment of even his children, who were handcuffed and manhandled by federal agents armed with assault rifles. Third, government employees have repeatedly leaked grand jury information and materials to the press to raise public hostility against Mr. Combs in advance of trial. And when it came to the source behind the leak of the 2016 tape, Combs' lawyers wrote, "An unrelated third party is not a likely source. If a person not in law enforcement were to leak the videotape to a news source, that person likely would have sold the tape rather than simply give it to CNN."
Fact. Why would a nigga sitting on this tape just give it to CNN? They could just released it on a random Twitter account.
So prosecutors, they responded to this by providing the court with a copy of an email that they had sent to Combs' lawyers on October 9th. And it reads, "To be clear, to our understanding, DHS did not have possession of the videotape prior to CNN's publication of it. Only the government has authority to obtain grand jury material, and the video broadcast by CNN was not obtained through grand jury process." So
that don't mean shit. That don't mean y'all didn't do it. Oh my goodness, bro.
Very interesting there. Now at the hearing, Prosecutor Johnson said that all the defense is trying to do is exclude a damning piece of evidence, seemingly referring to the 2016 videotape. And that is something Combs' lawyers have asked for, because if this evidence was improperly leaked by the government, then there is an argument it should be suppressed, that it shouldn't come into Combs' trial. That would be a big win for him. Well, Judge Subramanian reserved ruling on whether to order an evidentiary hearing to sort all of this out. He said he wants to wait to review each side's arguments, which are due by November 7th, and then he'll see if a hearing is warranted. Now, what the judge did do during this hearing, and this is going to have an impact, is impose a gag order. Now, this was something that the defense had asked the court to do as well. They wanted to stop the government from disclosing material to the media. The federal prosecutors at the hearing were like, okay, we'll agree to that, but the defense, they need to agree to the same, because they say the defense hasn't been so innocent in all this. They called out Combs' attorney Mark Agnifilo for doing an interview with TMZ right after Combs was arrested in September, where he called the criminal case, quote, a takedown of a successful black man.
But
Prosecutor Johnson said this sounded
even
like...
if Diddy did it, that's what it is, though. That's a factual statement. Y'all are trying to take down a successful black man. That doesn't mean it's not warranted or deserving, but it's the truth.
He was accusing the feds of engaging in a racist prosecution.
Now that part, that's a bold statement.
Johnson said statements of this sort seriously risk a fair trial in this case. So Judge Subramanian instructed Combs' team to propose an order that would govern public statements by both sides. And when reporters flocked around Agafilo after this hearing. He definitely wasn't as forthcoming as he'd been in the past.
I'm not going to talk about anything that I haven't said in court or in the papers. These are all great questions, but I'm just not going to get into it. So
Can you speak about your concerns about the leak and the video? You've not spoken about that before.
I did it in the court papers, and I'm just going to stick to the court papers. As you guys all know, let me just finish. As you all know, I made a request today.
Girl, there was happening.
For what we were calling a gag order, and I'm not going to walk out of court and do anything other than live up to that.
Talk about his demeanor in jail and what it's been like.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to answer any more questions. I want to help you guys out, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go back and speak to my colleagues, and then I'm going to be
Just
done.
tell us about the
Thanks.
MDC and what it's like.
Yeah. Thanks.
Can we see him being transferred anytime soon? Can we see him being moved anytime soon, or?
Sir, which way are you headed to go?
Which way would you like to go?
Okay, yeah, let's go this way.
Now, there was something else that happened during the...
Yeah, nigga, that nigga, he was all about talking. And now that nigga's like, yeah, nigga, get the fuck out my face.
Course of this hearing that we have.
OG was happening? I mean, yeah, this is a wild.
To address the amount of discovery in this case. The prosecution indicated the vast amount of material for their forensic teams to extract and review. And I'll give you an example. Prosecutor Johnson said this week that 96 devices were seized in those March raids on Combs' properties. Phones, laptops, hard drives. 51 of the devices were from the LA raid, 36 were from the Miami raid, and 9 were taken from Sean Combs himself. In fact, 8 of the devices in that Miami raid contain over 90 terabytes of information. Think about that, 90 terabytes. What do you have, like 2 terabytes on your iCloud storage? Think about how much that is. And she indicated that extracting that data has been a process. The reporting indicates, though, that the prosecutors have been in constant contact with Combs' attorneys regarding this discovery. In fact, we learned that the government made its first production of material over to the defense on October 7th, so this is ongoing. And what the defense received was search warrants, Combs' iCloud reports, Combs' iPhone activity. So that's going to be a lot to go through as well.
True.
And the prosecution expects to turn...
But y'all have only gone through 1 terabyte of shit because you niggas are liars.
Everything over to the defense by December 31st. Again, given the sheer amount of data, it is surprising that we expect the defense to be able to go through all of this and be able to mount a defense by May 5th. Very, very ambitious, in my opinion. So to be...
Not if they already know, but the defense already knows what's on it. It's puffy shit. They already know what's on it.
Clear, though, we don't know what all of this evidence contains, but at the very least, as based on reporting and prior comments from the prosecutors, they appear to be in possession of videotapes of perhaps the freak-offs, perhaps other alleged criminal activity, but there's...
Or it could just be videos of regular shit. I don't know why y'all won't admit that part, because that's where it gets weird for me. Why won't y'all admit that these videos that y'all think are on them hard drives shit could just be fucking videos of just regular videos?
Probably text messages and photos and a lot to go through as well.
Rob, what's happening?
Also, while discovery is due by December 31st, I will also let you know that the motions in this case are due by February 17th, 2025, oppositions by March, replies by March 10th, and then trial on May 5th. Again, ambitious. Assuming there are no snags, assuming there are no further issues, we'll see. Now, there is another update in this case that we have to talk about that wasn't addressed at that hearing. It's something that is happening in a different court. You see, Combs has appealed his denial of bail to a higher court, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. And remember, 2 different judges already denied him pretrial release. They said given the gravity of the allegations, the weight of the evidence, the potential danger he is to society, the risk of flight, and moreover, allegations that he had been improperly contacting witnesses and alleged victims, Combs should not be let out pending trial. Well, Combs' attorney, Alexandra Shapiro, filed a motion for pretrial release last week with the Second Circuit Court of Appeals, and Shapiro opened the motion by writing, quote, "This case does involve extreme and unusual circumstances, but none that typically foreclose bail or warrant forcing Sean Combs to defend himself from a prison cell. What is extreme and unusual about this case is that Mr. Combs was detained immediately after he was charged, even though he has been in the spotlight his entire life. with many of his purported antics and episodes being widely reported in the press and known to law enforcement authorities. Indeed, hardly a risk of flight, he is a 54-year-old father of 7, a U.S. citizen, an extraordinarily successful artist, businessman, and philanthropist, and one of the most recognizable people on earth. The sensationalism surrounding his arrest has distorted the bail analysis. Mr. Combs was not released pending trial, even though he offered to comply with restrictive conditions that would have prevented any conceivable risk of flight or danger. And remember, Combs had offered a $50 million bail package, putting up his Miami home and his mother's home as collateral, promised to stay in constant contact with authorities, only speak to certain people, would have visitor logs handed over to the court, only certain people would come to the house. He even proposed having a third-party security team monitor his house when he would be under home confinement. And in this motion, Combs denies the government accusations of obstruction. His attorneys concede, yes, he spoke with people about the civil lawsuits he was facing, but says he wasn't aware that the Southern District of New York was investigating him. And once he realized he was being investigated, the appeal motion says he made sure not to continue contact with those people. The motion reads, although the government vaguely described contact with 2 grand jury witnesses, it proffered no evidence of any threats or intimidation.
That's true.
The government could only state there were 14 total contacts between Mr. Combs and one witness and another witness who was contacted multiple times. Defense counsel explained those contacts involved no obstruction or witness tampering. For example, one witness contacted Mr. Combs, not the other way around. She reached out to Mr. Combs and told him, I'm a grand jury witness. After Mr. Combs informed defense counsel, he was instructed not to contact the witness anymore and didn't. So Shapiro argues the prosecution didn't meet its burden to hold Combs until trial. They've raised a number of very compelling and interesting arguments.
They really did. And nigga, he's got much more chance to go home for trial than he did a month ago.
Not clear when the court will hear arguments on this or what a decision will be or when a decision will be handed down, but very, very interesting arguments put forward by Sean Combs' defense counsel. Now, I will say this. If Combs were to make bail, would he still want a May 2025 trial date? Would he not want to see this trial much later on? After all, he faces a significant risk and possibility of conviction and being sentenced to serious prison time, perhaps a minimum of 15 to 20 years behind bars if he's convicted. Why wouldn't he want to be on house arrest for as long as possible and try to delay this trial as much as he can? Now, he could feel confident in his case. Maybe he wants to hold the prosecution's feet to the fire. Maybe he wants to get this trial over with as soon as possible. But all I'll say is, if he's granted bail and he is released pending trial, do not be surprised if he then tries to delay the trial date. I just put in that warning. Now, I will say this. Mark Agnifilo did indicate that Combs is not trying to move from the MDC while he awaits the issue on bail. There was reporting that he was requesting to be transferred to a facility in New Jersey, but Agnifilo seemed to say that the MDC had been responsive, so it appears he is going to stay there as he fights this bail issue. And when we talk about major updates in the Sean Combs case, as we talk about potential new charges, I would be remiss if I didn't mention another major update in the Combs case. A Texas attorney named Tony Busby announced
Where's gonna go left?
Announced that his law firm plans to pursue legal action against the music mogul. And this would be on behalf of more than 100 victims. More than 24 of those future plaintiffs say they were just kids when Combs allegedly assaulted them, including a 9-year-old. And attorney Busby says it's not just Combs caught up in the crosshairs.
The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. We now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases.
Sure you will.
I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed.
Right.
Many dirty secrets.
Except when you finally put these cases out, nobody was exposed. Not one person.
secrets will be revealed. We know what we are potentially up against. As is always the case in situations like this when a celebrity is involved, people can be downright mean and nasty. You'd be shocked at the length fans
Yeah, 25 kids, at least all this shit now it's down to 5.
will go, no matter the evidence to the contrary, to defend celebrities they love. I mean, there's a reason for this word fans. They're fanatics. I've personally already been threatened multiple times on social media.
Yeah, by some random Twitter account that nobody who knows anybody runs.
And when I agreed to pursue this, I expected as much. This isn't my first rodeo. But victims who step forward to have their voices heard should not be subjected to that kind of conduct.
Right.
They should not be targeted.
Right.
And by the way, according to TMZ, Busby has already sent out demand letters to a bunch of celebrities in order to get them to settle before he files lawsuits against them. Those, he says, who were complicit or participated in this alleged abuse by Sean Combs. And he also claims that some high-profile people have already settled. Now, he says that he's going to first file lawsuits against corporate entities who facilitated the abuse and then file the lawsuits against the celebrities. So it's going to be a very interesting series of weeks ahead. But here's the thing, and I've said this from the beginning. Busby is the latest in a long line of accusations from other people who have
with no evidence
sued Combs that claim he abused minors. And yet, nothing in his criminal indictment, nothing in Sean Combs' criminal indictment is about minors yet.
Exactly.
Given this announcement, could we expect a potential superseding indictment?
No.
To include such allegations?
We will not see no superseding indictment to include anything that Tony Busby said. Nigga, are you smoking crack? So you being salacious too. Got you.
Regarding minors. Not only would that delay a trial date, but it would make Combs' defense much more complicated. There is no consent defense when it comes to minors. And legal experts I've spoken to have indicated, by the way, that Combs may move to stay, meaning pause, all of these potentially 120 lawsuits until the conclusion of the criminal case, which is something we have seen before. And finally, one more update.
Which would be logical, honestly.
For you on the civil front that may affect the criminal case. And this is with respect to Adria English's lawsuit against Sean Combs. This is the person who claims that she was sexually assaulted and trafficked by Sean Combs at his infamous white parties. Well, her lawyers have withdrew from the case.
Well, there you have it. Well, there you have it. Her lawyers withdrew from the case. Motherfucker, I wonder why.
This is the person who claims that she was sexually assaulted and trafficked by Sean Combs at his infamous white parties. Well, her lawyers have withdrew from the case. And here's the thing. Her attorneys were Ariel Mitchell-Kidd and Stephen A. Metcalf. Ariel Mitchell-Kidd, as you might remember, has been making the news recently, most famously telling News Nation that a sex tape of Sean Combs.
So now the bitch that was running around, I told you she was full of shit. This bitch was running around telling people, oh yeah, they was spraying motherfuckers with baby oil and their bodies were going limp. Now all of a sudden this bitch done withdrew from the case. I fucking told y'all, nigga. I told y'all don't believe that bitch. I told y'all don't believe Busby. Nigga, she just did the shit for name recognition, if nothing else.
Combs and an unnamed high-profile celebrity is currently being shopped around. Now, what happened here? Well, English's former attorneys cited a breakdown in the attorney-client relationship and irreconcilable differences. In fact, Mitchell-Kidd told the New York Times on October 3rd that, quote, she never lost faith in English's actual case, just in her. Mitchell-Kidd...
Man, Gloria Allred got exposed as a liar years ago for me.
Said, her case is great. My issue was with her undermining my work and going behind my back, doing things incongruent to advancing her case.
Yeah. Sure it is. You gotta say her case is great, because you can't say I was gonna help her scam, but found out that I can't work with her.
Seems to be celebrating that these attorneys are no longer on her case. In a statement over the weekend, English wrote, "I am happy with the decision to withdraw, and this has made it easier for her to secure new professional non-clout chasing counsel."
Wow.
Wow. Now, she has indicated that she has until November 11th to find new lawyers, or she will represent herself in this case. Now, we don't know if Adria English is a cooperating witness for the government's criminal case against Sean Combs or not, but when you see these headlines and you see accusations against attorneys who may be representing potential witnesses for the government, it does make you wonder about the credibility of these witnesses, no? What will cross-examination
It is what it is.
Be like if perhaps Adria English is a cooperating witness and is going to testify against Sean Combs? Will she continue to be a witness? Interesting to think about. How strong is the prosecution's case? This is what I think about. Anyway, I think this is a good summation of where we are currently, the latest in Sean Combs' case. And as always, we will keep you updated on the very latest. That's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Jesse Weber. Speak to you next time.
Nigga. This is all innuendo. Nigga, this is all innuendo, bro. Now, look, now the shit, even this nigga had to admit. The big law, and remember, I told y'all this last week and everybody laughed at me. Did I not? Nobody took me seriously. Now, the big law and crime nigga, he comes and says basically the exact same shit I said. Yep, Diddy got a compelling bail argument, might be going home. Yeah, she was reading her trauma. Gloria already looking at everybody the whole time. This bitch like, yeah. Then they found out she lied. The nigga sold her out. Her ex nigga sold her out to TMZ. Like, can we stick to the shit we know Diddy probably did? Like this other shit. Buzz be out here just acting a fucking fool. It is what it is. I think I'm gonna stop here this evening though. I think I'm gonna stop here. I need to play zombies on motherfucking GTA. I played it one time. That shit was actually fun. No doubt, Rob. Everybody hit that like button. Hit that PayPal so we hit the $20 goal. Other than that, say goodnight to your boy, cuz you late. I'm on the way out. Black Ops 6 soon. Man, I heard this shit's terrible. Niggas was not, bro, niggas was hot after that demo. And then the shit I was seeing, I was like, I kind of feel them. I ain't into all that new school rubber band and shit. Like, nigga, if you suck, you suck. And if you getting clapped, you do what you always do. You leave out the lobby and try to find another one. But this shit where you making people
making their people play worse or making your people play super just because you lost or won is crazy. Rob, Jen, Victoria, SoCal, OG. Happy birthday to Janice. Shout out to Bob. I can't believe I'm 6-0 in the league. That's crazy. That's just making the downfall that much more devastating. Joy, Lennox, Donis, Miss George, Big. Man, come on, bro. Like, y'all gotta chill out before Diddy. I don't want Diddy getting ready to come home, and now he getting ready to beat this case if y'all don't chill the fuck out. Shit, you did. You did good. I didn't know. I expected to take the L. I didn't expect to pull it out. I don't like going undefeated. I'd rather just get work in the playoffs, but now here we go. I'm sure my niggas will get fucked up on I'll get that first bye and my niggas will get beat up on bye, and then I'll have nobody. Yeah, I'd rather take mine now. I've never won an undefeated championship ring, so I need to lose here soon. But then again, I'm probably lying. Man, God is great. I love y'all to death. Bro, I thought I had that. I thought I had an L. And then you said something. When you said something, I went and looked. Was like, wait, what? Because I saw it. I was like, man, he got Jamar Chase and McPherson. I think you need like 30 points. I was like, yeah. I was like, Jamar Chase might get that by itself. And then, boom, goes the dynamite. Shit happens. Tough luck, nigga. There's always FUBU. I love y'all to death. I shall see y'all in a few hours. God is great, man. Peace.
USA. You're on fire. Hadouken. You win. Perfect.
Good night, Kendra. See you later, SoCal.
Yo, what's going on, boys? How are you?
Yo, dab me up.
Hey, all right, damn. What part of the city are you from?
Yo,
What's up?
there, brother.
Hey,
yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
You guys ready for this?
Take this.
Oh, all right, sick. Why don't you guys come inside?
Don't ski.
These are the guys.
I'm Octavius Gray. And I'm Steve. Steve LeVois. It's okay, I have vape in here, right?
the moon right. Pick you up, baby, I'm looking so fly. Sunset rooftop, yeah, that's nice, right? Hop in the G-Class, I know you need that. Heart racing fast like the speed of light. Is this attraction, or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night. This could be real love, but you've been broken, and I just want you to see what I can be for you. 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 You got me wrapped up in your love. Finding you is like a treasure. Making my heart feel this way, yeah, yeah. And I'll treat you so damn special. What you did, who you were with, I don't care about those days. When I'm with you, I won't complain. Share your success and heartbreaks. Yeah, you know I stay by your side. Never leave you dissatisfied. But I need you to let me know. Is this attraction, or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night. This could be real love, but you've been broken, and I just want you to see what I can be for you. 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 Baby girl, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night. Oh, yeah, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night. Yeah, girl, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night. Oh, yeah, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night.
Crushed it. God is great. Have a great Taco Tuesday. You know I will. I'll see you on the flip, homie. I'm talking to you.
Guys, I gotta go.
You got it,
I don't
Jess.
want to hurt myself.
You got a pee? It's all right.
No,
You got it, Jess.
You gotta go, girl.
Let go.
I don't even want to fall.
Turn to the side.
You're okay.
You
Just
good.
land right on that booty, girl. Just put your legs out
Turn
and
to the
pull on
side.
your booty.
Jess, you're amazing. You got it.
You got it. You got it. Turn to the side. Just let go and turn. Like you're laying in bed.
Yep. Like you're jumping onto your bed on your side.
Just let go. Turn to the side. Shut your eyes.
You got it, my love.
Just turn to the side.
You're okay. Alpha.
I've never even heard of him.
I'm petty. Happy birthday, Janice. Party it up, kid.